So this is something new. I got some creators together and we'll introduce them real quick. I don't think they need introductions, honestly. I think y'all know them more than you know me. First off, we have Supah. What's up, Supah? How you doing?
The sky, that's what's up. I'm doing all right. Oh, that's because you don't go outside. That's just because you don't go outside. That's your own problem. That sounds like a you issue. It's 10 a.m., which means I'm kind of half dead right now,
damn.
but I can talk.
Yeah, we can hear that.
Yeah, I don't usually wake up this early.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. right now for me. So I had some coffee and breakfast and I feel great. Hell yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Supah. I really do.
So wait, like you're the one that like organized this. Did you organize it for 3 a.m. originally?
Well, so I organized it to match y'all because there's less Americans in here than Europeans or Asians.
Yeah, thank God.
So I figured I might as well start this off on the good foot and let y'all get a good time period, and I can match it. I'm off work.
That's considerate.
Yeah, thank you about this.
No problem, no problem. I wanted y'all on. I would make concessions to get y'all on. But hell yeah. So we got Supah, and then next up we have the other European, the Frenchman. What's going on, Dr. P?
Going good. It's also 10 a.m. for me, so I'm fine. Unlike someone who is in the middle of the night eating breakfast at 4 a.m.
Well, you know, some people early bird gets the worm, except usually I'm not this early.
I don't think that's early worm at 4 a.m. That's just being a night owl.
That's fair.
I mean, you get the worm still. That seems like a good strategy to still get the worm.
Yeah.
Also, if there are some male preg emotes in the chat, just know this is for me. It has nothing to.
I've been in your
Discord. To do with you.
I've seen your Discord, Dr. P. I've had to quarantine a little bit.
I don't know where this joke came from, and I hate it, but I am pro free speech, so whatever the fuck,
I mean, it's kind of common. My server is filled with mpreg emotes as well. Like
Jesus
everything
Christ.
I post where I ping everyone just gets swarmed with
yes,
mpreg emotes.
exactly. Whenever there's a new video I post, there's like 10 at least reactions of mpreg, and I'm like, okay.
No, let me check my server. I'm gonna tell you the amount of mpreg reactions on the posts.
So this is what we get for making
48, 33, 59, 16, 60. Yeah, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7.
I'll go kill myself now.
Dr. Prego. Oh man. Anyways, hell yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Dr. P. And then Renegade. We also have you. What's up?
Hello. So unlike all of you, I actually am living in a proper time zone. It's currently 5 p.m. rather.
Yeah, I mean, I used to live in that time zone a long time ago.
Yeah, the trade-off is that you get a giant storm on your house every week. that's the trade-off.
Dude, it's actually about to rain again soon, so I don't know how much I can hold off on talking on this here without muting every like 5 seconds.
I appreciate it though. Hell yeah. And then new person is Draknus. So if y'all don't know Draknus, newer content creator, but he's popping the fuck off. He came out with a really banger video about lore I'll just let him explain it. But what's up, Draknus? How you doing?
It's doing pretty good. It's 2 a.m. and I'm dying a little bit from a 3-hour nap right before this, but yeah, no, I'm glad to be here. I don't feel deserving. It's been one video, I'm the newest kid off the block in the most literal term of the word.
Well, it's still fine, I'm still cool. It's all types of optics, different lines of sight. Talk about Endfield from...
Yeah, we had to get the preschooler on as well, to get all views here.
Every perspective possible, right?
Every perspective possible.
The Kinder Endman.
Oh yeah.
Kinder Endman. I'll take that.
Endman, that's fucking funny. So this is basically just going to be about Endfield in essence. How we feel about Endfield overall, kind of breaking it down to like the story and all the other features of the combat. And just I would say our initial thoughts. I wouldn't say our initial thoughts. The game's been out for what, like 3 weeks now?
Yeah, just about.
3
Yeah, on
weeks.
this, yeah.
Even though I haven't made it to Wooling yet, I'm taking my slow ass time. Unlike all
That's
y'all,
the best way.
made it to Wooling. I'm a bit behind.
Really?
I've been busy, but
Honestly, don't
Has
feel
been
forced to rush.
yeah. I didn't want to burn myself out. Honestly, is what I really didn't want to. But I do feel like I am playing catch up now already out the gate with the new stuff coming out. I'm kind of like, oh shit, I need to catch the fuck up.
Especially with the Twitter post that Endfield made today. They are gonna push some events earlier, specifically to accommodate for the people that already completed everything. Basically, they're gonna push a bunch of events earlier, like the next Umbral Monument that's coming next week now. The next Umbral Monument.
When was it scheduled initially?
To like next month, like the start of next month.
Okay.
So like
Interesting. Let me pull this
about
up
a
real
week
quick.
or two early.
Oh,
All right, February the
Interesting.
22nd.
at the time,
Alright.
Zeroth directive version all related content rewards remains unchanged. And we're still doing access to content claim rewards earlier. Oh, fuck me.
See, I'm
Dude, just don't look at the comments.
Yeah, chop chop, little boy, get the Wooling, chop chop.
I will say this. The dailies, I do feel like, are a bit long in this game. Like,
I mean,
especially
if you
for
know
Mark
what
Knights.
you're doing, they last like 15 minutes if you know what you're doing.
I guess.
Which is
yeah.
still kind of a lot. Which is still kind of a lot.
if you have stuff to
Dailies,
level
really?
up, you can kind of bypass a lot of it, honestly, because they have level up options. In
I
there.
mean, compared
Yeah.
to the original Arknights, the dailies in the original Arknights are like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also need to burn stamina, and this used to take a lot of time when we didn't have the, run 6 stages for one. And this actually used to take a lot of time.
Oh yeah, the Arknights dailies were really long up until very recently.
I know, that's
Yeah.
what everyone told me. It's great
And
now.
back in my day,
Deadhound, you weren't there in the fucking trenches. We didn't even have the claim all button
Yeah.
on release. On release, we had to claim each
Click.
daily mission, daily reward,
One by
like
one.
manually, one by one.
Yeah, and
I
on
miss
release,
those days.
when you wanted to farm, for example, 1-7, well, you had to manually restart the stage every time.
Yeah, each time. Yeah, there was no multiple auto, there was no sweep.
So this
You
used
had
to
to
take
do it
quite a
individually.
lot of time.
Jesus.
Yeah, it took like an hour and a half. Like to farm 1-7 back in the day, it took like an hour and a half. We didn't even have the Annihilation skip tickets. So
Yeah.
Annihilation every time took like 2 hours and a half to just let it run.
Oh my god.
I would sit down at my desk at work and I would just have my phone running for the first 3 hours of every day.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
pretty
thank you,
much.
thank you for your sacrifice. I'm gonna come in and collect the benefits then. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that's
Appreciate
why
it.
we do it,
Yeah.
for the future generation, so that they may not suffer as we did.
What, to those who come after?
For those who come after, exactly.
Well,
Well, and then in Infield, we're gonna get a skip button in like 2 years. That'll be a new quality of life feature.
Yeah, that'd be huge. In like 3.0, we're gonna get a skip button for the dailies.
I think they're doing it pretty quick. Like the recent patch notes that they put out were pretty quick on it, to be honest, which is what I expected leading up to Enfield. I was very adamant about, hey, if they want this to pop off or have a success, they have to be QOL, like spamming QOL quick out the gate is like the new meta, I feel like, with open world action RPG gacha games.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea how the original Arknights survived with no quality of life to speak of for like 4 years.
Dr. P, let me sit down and just say, Fate Grand Order.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have never played it, so I can tell.
Oh,
I
just realized
heard
I said
I
Dr.
heard
P,
it's
I found
horrible.
Supah.
speaking,
So-
got the Europeans mixed up. That's terrible. That's
I
terrible.
did. Dang it.
Shame.
Imagine being Italian.
Oh man.
It's terminal. There is no cure.
At least y'all have good food. At least, fuck. I'm over
Yeah,
here with super
at least there's
processed
that.
foods.
You know,
Nah,
completely
dude. Have you-
unrelated. Completely
Have you
unrelated.
heard what this
about,
man is capable of making food?
Yeah. Completely unrelated about like Italians. Something I've noticed about my populace, my proud kingdom, is that like every racial stereotype is just true, like fully true. Like every racial stereotype about Italians that you can think of, they're all just true. Whereas with other countries, it's more like, oh, there's like a little bit of truth to it, but it's exaggerated. No, for Italy, they're just all correct.
I must inform you that the American perception of Italy is probably very different from the rest of the world.
What's the
Also,
Italian
Supah.
perception of Italy? What's the American perception of Italy?
Fucking, I don't know.
Nintendo's Mario.
Yeah, that's true. That's just true. Nintendo's
it
Mario.
is?
That's accurate. That's accurate to real Italians.
So you do go into pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure Italian
You are
people
all
wake
plumbers.
up and they say, "Let's go."
that's like entirely accurate. Yeah.
Also, Supah, do you do like the hand gestures when you talk in real life?
Yes. Every Italian does them. That's
Yeah, I
just
saw-
ingrained in
I saw
Italian.
Deadhound
We do
doing
those,
it
yes.
earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can fool me.
What are you talking about? I was like, motherfucking. I don't like
The
sitting
hand
down.
gesture.
I'm a stand up. Oh,
Also, I just realized that how you're wearing a Philippines
I am wearing a
t-shirt. What the
Philippines
fuck?
shirt.
Yeah, Philippine pride.
I used-
Philippine pride suit.
I lived
I
in
didn't-
Japan for 6 years. I used to travel all out there all the time. So I've been around. I spent the last a little over half decade in SEA and stuff. So I just came back to America
okay.
recently. So I'm not too. I'm out of tune with America, honestly.
Fake American.
I'm the
shake
only
my
real
head.
American here.
Yeah, my condolences about that. My
Yeah.
condolences.
Deadhound is my
earlier-
favorite Filipino streamer. That's fucking.
Okay, but
Knows your deepest
again,
secret.
completely unrelated. I apologize for this second tangent, but oh my god, what the fuck happened to the USD? It lowered in value so fucking much this year.
Oh.
It's the
What
tariffs.
happened? Oh my
It's the
god,
tariffs,
I'm
isn't it?
getting...
What? It's called tariffs, yes.
So like, okay, so I'm getting paid by sponsors, right? And they usually pay in USD.
Yep.
But like, I'm getting paid so much less just because the USD translates to so much less euro now compared to last year. It's insane. I'm gonna have to ask sponsors to pay me in euro.
There's a good reason multiple countries are thinking about changing, like moving away from the USD.
The global
as their,
reserve,
as their-
changing the global reserve.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm voting for the Chinese yuan. That's my vote. That on the Chinese yuan.
I've been to China a couple times. It ain't too bad.
I feel like if I said anything, I could get like picked up by the FBI.
Oh yeah, they're listening. They got a fucking Gestapo
I got
spawn camping your household, just waiting
Now-
for you to say
okay,
something.
Seriously, nowadays, kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a joke. They got the fucking Gestapo spawn camping your household.
Will this affect the trout's economy?
Ah, yes.
I mean, it has. You joke that because that's a popular meme, but it has affected the trout economy. Yes,
I don't know. Like, I don't eat trout.
it has indeed affected the trout economy. That's something it has done.
I keep just to add to the tangent for sponsorships. I keep getting sponsorships for fucking gambling sites, and I'm like, God damn it!
Really?
Yeah,
Gambling
that
sites?
happens a
What
lot.
the hell?
Yeah, fucking.
I keep
You know-
getting sponsors for top-up sites, not the gambling.
I did see. Let's see. So I got hit up a couple times by them, and then also a bunch of gambling sites like the what's it called, something Kings or something like that.
To be honest, a lot of that is because we're in America, and America has much looser gambling laws than other countries do.
Yeah, I'm worried. I've kind of been like, I'm okay with the gambling ones, just because. My audience, if I pull up my analytics, my audience is a bunch of old motherfuckers. They're like 25 to 35 and 45. But still,
They're all like a southerner rednecks.
I'm playing a game that's rated 13 plus, so I'd rather not. They were fucking offering some serious money, but still, though, no, I don't want to do that. Loot Bar been sponsoring a lot of CCs. Loot Bar's been sponsoring a lot of CCs as well.
Yeah, it's a little suspicious, right? I've been sponsored by Loot Bar as well, and I will continue to be sponsored by Loot Bar. It's a little suspicious, right?
Yeah.
But for all I care, this could be a money laundering scheme. I don't fucking care. Like, dead ass.
Looked into it a lot. It actually seems completely legit. It's just you are technically giving someone else access to your account, even if it is
Yeah,
fully
yeah,
authorized.
that's the thing, right? You gotta trust them to not fuck your account.
Yes,
Right.
I've looked into it as well. They seem entirely legit. As shady as it looks, they seem entirely legit. But I'm saying, even if they weren't, I kinda don't give a fuck. Because it's a good service for the customer.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So guys, Arknights
just what happens.
Endfield, guys. Arknights Endfield.
Endfield. We're here for Arknights Endfield, not fucking
All
Fuda
right,
body
all right.
pillows. All right.
So yeah, no Fuda body pillows. We need to talk about those Wolfguard tits.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
I love Wolfguard.
Wolfguard's great. I'm
Of course, the
really
Italian man
So
loves
you're saying
Wolfguard.
that out of solidarity, Supah.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying that actually about Wolfguard, I don't know what to think of the fact that he's kind of hinted to be a descendant of Texas because of the hair and the eye color and the race.
That's true. That's true.
Well, and
Basically,
the,
Texas had sex.
Yeah, who the fuck would want Texas? What are you
Me?
doing?
Lapland, obviously.
Be very boring.
I mean, no, that's not romantic if you actually pay attention.
Who said it had to be
that.
romantic?
I mean, first of all, like, how the fuck would they procreate?
Zaro.
I mean, honestly, where can I
Zorro,
apply?
yeah, there we go. Deadhound doesn't know what we're talking about.
I don't know
when
what you're
we
talking
talk
about.
that, though. So
Okay,
he hasn't played.
So
the-
yeah, Enfield.
Enfield.
Yeah, Enfield
Let's
guys.
let's get
Enfield.
back to
Ooh, I love Endfield. I love Arknights Endfield.
fucking Enfield. So out the gate, I would say initial thoughts on Enfield. What are we thinking? Likes, dislikes. Supah, hit me with it.
It's alright. You know that EDP 445 gif where it's like, I mean, it's alright, you know? I'm giving it a lot of leeway. I'm being very nice with it because it's the 1.0 version and these fucking gacha games just keep relaunching themselves with every new patch. Like fucking ZZZ relaunched twice now. WoWa revamped the entire game twice.
Yep.
So I'm giving it a lot of benefit of the doubt
Yeah.
because it's 1.0.
Yeah. I would say like I feel like I want to say if you exclude the tutorials, I feel like the 1.0 experience isn't too bad, to be real.
Yeah, no, it's pretty decent. It's pretty alright, yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like a kind of like a all right, you know, you get a cup of coffee, it's like it's okay. It's not the best cup of coffee, it's not the worst cup of coffee. It's like this is okay. And that's what Valley 4 kind of feels like as a whole, to be honest.
I don't know, Valley 4 is kinda cheeks. I don't know about that.
Valley 4
4
carries the burden of being a tutorial stage. Like
Exactly.
yeah, being the
Valley 4.
tutorial area, yeah.
And their goddamn cuts, not the in-game rendered cutscenes. I think Draknus knows. I crashed the fuck out when I went to the I forget which zone I went to in Valley 4, but it was
You were heading into the science park, and you have the robot following you along, and you get stopped like every 5 feet with a cutscene.
Yeah, it was the fucking entrance into that place where you meet the siblings or whatever, and you're like, talk to the sibling, walk 10 feet, go to the bridge, another fucking cutscene, turn around, walk 10 feet, talk to the siblings again. I was losing my fucking mind. I was going crazy. I think I like crashed the fuck out.
To be fair though, a lot of games are like that. It's just that it's so unfortunate that the scenario that we're presented with is that we are in a state of emergency, but the game portrays it that we're taking like our sweet ass time getting to the place that we need to go.
Yeah, my favorite.
Oh my god. I don't want to spoil for Deadhound, but you guys know one scene in Wuling where it's like, and I mean, this is an emergency, but you know, we can do this thing, you and me, you know, we can do this just for a little while. That was embarrassing. That was an embarrassing scene.
Yeah, let's not
You
talk
guys
about
know
it
what I'm
since
referring to.
yeah, because Deadhound is not there yet.
Fucking
Yeah.
Maybe future episode of a podcast.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe part 5.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not that slow, all right? But I will say this. My favorite ones is where like the kid that's sick or whatever that has neuropathy, and they go, hey, go use the medicine on her. And you go, okay, you do the cutscene, you walk 5 feet, grab the item, it goes into the rendered cutscene, and then it's Perlica using it on it, and it's on the kid. It's like, what the fuck? And then we have another cutscene to exit that, and then we have another cutscene walking 10 feet, and another one. I was like, fuck, dude. Like they
Just have them flow together. Why do they keep interrupting it with a 5 foot walking section?
What hurts the most is feel like an Arknight story. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird. Like I think the execution is not the greatest because there's two sides of a story. There's the story itself, the raw story, which I think we can all agree Arknight's raw story is really fucking good. The lore to it is insane, to be honest, and expansive to the extent comparable to Fate Grand Order and stuff, or fucking getting words now, Halo and stuff. But the execution I feel like they've done has been pretty poor, at least in Valley 4. How do we feel about that?
I'd have to dispute what Frankie Yaddle said. Like, it doesn't feel like an Arknight story because Arknights, when you play the game for the first time, you're immediately presented by the scenario where you're essentially surviving in a place where it's full of scrutiny. While you're in Talos to an entirely different planet, we have progressed already, and like that part of like what do you call this? That part of like the Arknight's lore where everyone is scrutinized, but instead in Talos 2 we are fighting like for progression rather than survivability now. And
We're fighting for the survivability of the entire planet rather than just like ourselves.
yeah, so it's not like it doesn't feel like an Arknight story. It just has a different premise.
I think it doesn't feel like an Arknight story because the setting is too utopic, it's too utopistic. Like, Arknights always made a point to show that, like, hey, shit is kind of fucked here. Meanwhile, Endfield seems to willfully ignore a lot of things that would naturally come from its setting. So, for example, the factories, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me there's no pollution. You're telling me these things just don't cause any harm to the village in the factory? Like, we are putting a factory in the village that can't possibly have no pollution issues. If nothing else, just noise pollution, if nothing else, right?
Yeah,
and
dude,
Endfield just ignores it entirely, doesn't mention it. And when it gives you an inkling, right, Endmin being like, hey, Perlica, what the fuck are we doing with Oripathy here? What's up with this? And Perlica just goes, don't stress over it, Endmin. Don't stress over it. It's fine to have to have a giant cave of Originium. It's fine. There's no adverse effects on the environment. It's fine.
I have a bit of a theory on this, actually. You could consider Enfield and Arknights the yin and yang, whereas in Arknights, it's the dark with the light in the center being hope, and then vice versa. Enfield could be the light, but with a kind of darkness hidden behind it. In a sense.
Yeah, the point is that it doesn't. Sometimes it feels accidental. The darkness there. Sometimes it feels accidental. Like it wasn't intended to come off that way, right? When Perlica is like, one day I imagine a big factory, a huge Walmart over this forest. You're like, is this supposed to be foreboding, or did they mean it like inspirational? What is this supposed? Is this meant to be foreboding?
Dude, I remember when that tweet that part of like the Baker chat popped off on Twitter. Everyone was now questioning whether we're the bad guys or the good guys.
I just
legitimately. Let's go ahead.
I just remembered because Let's Game It Out's video just came out yesterday of him doing the factory, and I was watching that and I was laughing where he's just spamming towers and water pipes all over Wuling, and he's like, "Yes, this food stallman really appreciated the fact I put a tower right in front of his food stall right here."
Yeah, there's that too. There's that too. Like no one brings that up.
Yeah, this game just gives you a lot of freedom to do whatever you want, aside from outside of the factory, which I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like force you to like put it somewhere specific, unlike other games.
Oh yeah.
I say unlike other games. I don't know other games that do have that restriction, but I'm saying this for like.
Well, it's just you compare it to any other open world gacha right now, which is the obvious comparison. Yeah. There's no game that gives you this level of like sandbox interaction. At least none that I know of.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah,
But you know, Arknights is a sandbox through the original.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up, Supah.
it is.
Shut the...
Yeah, but not in the overall world. Like, it's
Am
not
I
like you
wrong
can have an
though? Am I
impact.
wrong when I insist
No, you're
that
not.
Arknights
You're
is a
not wrong, but
sandbox?
you just keep bringing that up.
every video.
Well, it's always relevant. Well, what can I say? It's
Arknights-
always relevant.
Oh man, I do think there's gonna be comparisons at least with like big hitters are gonna be Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact and stuff. And I think people give a lot of credit. I'll give credit where credit's due for Genshin. It's a relic. It's the one that kind of pushed the whole thing forward of this being the new kind of meta, what people like to do, the open world action RPG gacha games. And it's old, so they're missing out a lot of things and stuff like that. I'm not gonna shit on Genshin or anything. And then Wuwa, they did something a bit different. They did their own rendition of it. But what we've noticed with both of those games is it kind of devolves into a hop in, do the story, get the new character, do small mini games, and that's about it. There's no real proper enjoyable end game, repeatable enjoyable end game, and you're kind of stuck like that. And I'm hoping for Endfield, at least, is they keep pushing with the factory, or they have really enjoyable, repeatable end games, kind of like IS, like Arknights has. Though I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do it for Endfield, a proper IS.
I mean, I can
feeling
imagine
thing.
an
It's
IS
doable.
mode for Endfield.
Yeah,
like
it's doable
like
for
how
sure.
Star Rail does it, where like you go through some stages, and after every stage you can pick up like a selection of buffs.
Yeah, this kind of
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
What I
Also,
would
isn't
actually
that the
really
big-
love.
Sorry, go ahead, Draknus.
What I would really love actually is, IS, one of the great things about IS is the stories that are within IS. I would love it if they could give us something equivalent to that, because that would really set a roguelite mode apart from the other big 3D gacha games where like their roguelite modes are very light. They're usually just there to satisfy that itch, but never anything more than that.
Yeah, the roguelike
To
mode.
be
Like, I feel
fair,
there was one in Genshin, like the what was it called? I don't even remember. But it was not even like I can barely call this a roguelike mode, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly.
I liked
to
Wuthering
be
Waves.
fair, when
depths
it
of those
comes
realms.
when it comes to story in the roguelike modes, there's the Star Rail where like 80% of the lore of the verse is in the roguelike mode.
I haven't played Star Rail. I haven't played a lot of gacha games, honestly. I've only really...
Oh, Star Rail is complete dog shit. Don't play it. It's complete dog shit. It's not good.
Damn.
It's not a good game. It's
Good
complete
thing
ass.
Flair's not here.
I've only played Wuthering Waves, Arknights, and Endfield. And I no hate to Wuthering Waves. I stopped playing it because the only thing to do for me was to hop in and play the story and get a new character, and I didn't really want to do that anymore, so I just stopped playing. I still think the best repeatable content Wuthering Waves had was the Depths of Elusive Realms, which then they killed, brought back in a deformed state, and it's never been the same since, which is disappointing. But I'm really curious. What I want for Endfield is a tower. Like, we have the tower defense to defend the villages or whatever.
Yeah, I love those.
I want them to lean more into it, because if you've played Orcs Must Die, it is really good. It's a fun tower defense. You can play with a buddy. And I've got fucking a lot of hours in that game. And it's kind of like how we have the tower defense in Endfield. And I would love for like an end game lean into that, where we get like a new map or like a new layer to it every so often. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Same. I've been
I'll do
really
you one
enjoying the
better,
tower
Deadhound.
defenses.
Imagine this, right?
Yep.
Arknight's graphics, but with Enfield characters. As a game mode in Enfield. That would be sick.
I mean, they could.
I mean,
Yeah, they
that's
have
like
the elements
fan
to do it.
service plus ultra. That's like fan service plus ultra.
Yeah.
My
I mean, I'm the fan of being serviced, so I don't mind.
my game theory is that the Arknight's launcher for global is going to be inside of Enfield, and you just have to go to like the fucking
Oh, imagine
Dejang,
if that's the case.
you have to go to Dejang, the activated or whatever. Like, I did my dailies in Enfield. Let me go over to Arknights, and I teleport up to the Dejang, and I go boop, and I just log into Arknights and do my dailies in there.
So that's how they circumvent the Yostar situation. They're just like, well, it's actually infield, so you don't have any control.
It's just a game mode of our main game, all right, guys. Like, what are you talking
The
about?
thing with Yostar, right, is they definitely should lose the rights, but if they do, we all lose our accounts.
That's
is the
true.
thing.
I'll-
Necessarily.
All lose
They
our
can
accounts.
transfer it to another server, I feel.
I don't think that Yostar is the type to be like, yeah, sure, we'll lose rights and give you the accounts back.
No, but I mean,
feel like
there can be an arrangements with like money and stuff. Like with money, you can buy this for sure.
Also,
and it's not like Hypergriff doesn't have the money. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'll say this: Geostar is a really easy punching bag, which Hypergriff can use right now, honestly, for Arc Knights. Because obviously, Hypergriff is getting, I'd say, it's the punching bag right now for Endfield because they are the publisher in essence, even though it's Griffline. So, like the PayPal incident, which that sucks and stuff. But
We don't talk about the PayPal.
we don't talk about the PayPal incident. It was only 2 hours. It's fine. 2 hours is a lot to some people. Not to me.
Yeah, thing is, there is literally nothing else worse that they could have fucked up. Like, that's the worst thing you could have fucked up.
I'm glad they were quick with it. They locked it out after 2 hours. They paid everyone back. Everything got sorted with that. But it's one of those, like, damn, that's a really fucked up fuck up. Like, that's like, goddamn.
They did everything they had to do legally to cover themselves, but the damage is already done in terms of community sentiment.
Yeah, I would have been loving to be the guy that got all those fucking free polls, like out of the fucking blue. It's like logging into my account and someone bought me the fucking 10,000 polls or some shit like that.
But that'd be gambling because you had to have done at least one purchase with PayPal to get to that point, which means you're at risk as well.
Yeah, that's true. I know, and because PayPal doesn't exist, Pix won't do any polls. He won't buy any polls until PayPal gets reactivated, which is funny.
Yeah, the UK really, really wants PayPal right now.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck.
Which I think is mainly for tax reasons, if I understand correctly.
Maybe? I don't know. Anyways.
Got money laundering.
Cool. Here, Dr. P, how are you feeling about Enfield? What do you, overall?
I had this discussion with another content creator called Silvergun. Maybe you know him. At first, I thought I wouldn't enjoy it at all. Like, I would be like, yeah, this has a fun gimmick in the Factorio game. I've never played a Factorio game, for the record.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, sure, this could be all right, I guess, at most. And in the end, I've been having a blast. Honestly, I've been having a blast. Arranging your own factory with using blueprints if you want to. Like, I'm not discriminating. It's actually very fun. The combats, even though it's basically only keep on the left click hold and using some combo skills from time to time, I feel like even though it's very minimalistic, it's actually pretty enjoyable. And then, like, I'm actually overwhelmed by the sheer amount of stuff there is in the game. Like, there is the output management system, like the point system. There's creating all your zip lines to go wee every time you log in to deliver your stuff. There's managing your own base, of course. There's the mode where you go in the deep dive or whatever it's called. There's actually so many stuff to do that it actually feels fresh to have so much stuff to do. Whereas, like, I don't want to make endless comparisons with like Genshin and stuff, but in Genshin, usually I would say near the end game there was basically nothing to do every day, and that would feel like a bit redundant after a while. In Enfield, I mean, I know I'm not that much in the end game right now, but I feel like in Enfield it's actually quite diverse. And yeah, I actually really like that.
It's kind of funny is people. I'd say a lot of people that play gacha games, at least open action RPG gacha games, is they're like retired MMO players. They want to like you. If you're an MMO player, I know Supah, you hate MMOs, but you want to lose your life into MMOs. That's what I loved. I played the fuck out of ESO, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, thousands of hours, and I love it. And then I retired because there's nothing else to really do and stuff. And then, you play gacha games like these and you just want to live in the world for the rest of your life. And then you can't because there's limited content. And this game, I think I was watching Gacha Smack. I like Gacha Smack. And he's like, this game has so much content into it. I don't feel the need to pull. I feel like I'm playing a game versus a gacha game, gacha versus gacha game.
I feel like that's a shared sentiment by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And that's what I love. I don't want to be forced down the pipeline of, I got to get the new character. I have no need. I have no care to pull the next fucking 10 characters. I already know who I want, maybe. But
you haven't met the best characters yet, though.
I've seen some clips. You know, the game's been out long enough to see some clips
Okay.
of certain characters. But yeah. Fucking, I'm enjoying the game. I am enjoying the game. I think it's like a soft, enjoyable 7.5 to 8 is what I'm enjoying right now, honestly. Renegade, how we feeling?
I love the factory. It gives me views.
Hell yeah. I do love
Unabashed.
the factory. So
No,
I do,
yeah, go ahead. Go
I do
first.
think I played like a fucking 100 hours of Factorio, and I'm sitting here with the factory like, God damn it, I want level 2. The fucking shit, the things can go on the shit. The
Conveyor belts?
conveyor belts, that's the word. I'm like, God damn it, I want level 2 conveyor belts. I want faster conveyor belts. I want all this other stuff, all these new features. Factorio has it this way, and so it's kind of fun to be like, man, I can kind of see the future. If you look at Factorio, if you played Factorio, you can kind of see the future, how this game is probably going to go if they lean into the factory. But sorry for cutting you off, Renegade. Keep going.
Yeah, so I essentially love the factory aspect of Enfield just because at one on the other hand, do you want to play the game or not? Or but on the other hand, it's also content that you can do for yourself, so that you don't lose that enjoyment of playing, like creating your own base. But I feel like there's a lot of sentiments when before the game launched that blueprints will kill this game, but people just have too much like time policing how people play their games. Like, leave them alone, man.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I feel like the blueprint, at least from how much I've played the game now, and I'm the guy who will not touch blueprints. I love creating my spaghetti factories in every single factory game ever. But they
Even if it doesn't work.
yes, correct. And the blueprint system to me is more of a convenient, like, oh hey, I need to make 2 of this one line. Let me just duplicate the line.
Also, ever since that video popped up, I don't want to toot my own horn, but people started calling their own videos mega base as well. So no, I'm not one to give myself credit, but it is what it is.
You should do factory reviews. Just go on and find a random blueprint and just download it.
Oh,
and
dude,
just,
that's in the pipeline on my to do list as
Excellent.
well. Like,
that'd be-
giving, I want to do this like content where I bring in random people who doesn't like to do factories and then just design a blueprint, right? For
Yeah.
example, batteries, but I deliberately make it inefficient and let's see how they can fix it on their own.
Is it like those
leave-
videos where it's like, if you can fix this car, you can take it home and with you and stuff like that? And they're like,
Yeah. Similar to that. Yeah,
You
that's
could
one
do-
of my content that I want to do.
you could do competitions like create green batteries. First person to do it wins whatever and stuff. And they just go off on their thing or whatever. Actually, I don't
It's
think
like
you
Mr.
can win.
Beast content.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's also another content. Thank you. Let me write that down.
They were submitted blueprints. Hey, we're gonna rate the best one or the cringiest one.
Contingency AIC. That's
Oh, dude, base reviews as well would go hard as
Oh,
well. Like,
Oh yeah,
make
yeah.
your base as like atrocious as possible, and then let people decide.
Once we get the ability to zoom out further, that'll be really useful.
Yeah. I've seen one where they made like Lord Farquaad for conveyor belts.
What?
Yeah,
From Shrek?
yeah, from Shrek. They
I-
made Lord Farquaad.
I am a bit disappointed you can't like. I'll say this: I was like half hoping I could bring a buddy in and we could build a factory together. But then after I played Factorio, I was like, "Fuck that! I never want to build a factory with someone else." We kept stepping on each other and building factories into each other. It was the most miserable experience of my entire life. I think was building a factory with someone else. I think I
Yeah,
lost
you
my
gotta-
mind.
If you're gonna play a co-op factory game, you gotta plan it out with your buddy.
Oh yeah, dude, we were fighting in the Discord. I was throwing hands in the Discord, like pissed as fuck. Like, you stepped on my goddamn coal factory line. I was like, we're gonna have issues. But
You're in the wrong neighborhood, fool.
yeah, you're the coal district now, motherfucker. But oh man, I love it. Factory's really good. I hope they keep leaning into it. I think they will. I think they have to do this weird balance between the factory and the combat. And I think the combat is, I don't say lacking, but the combat stuff they have to do is a bit, people aren't too big of a fan of versus the factory. Everyone loves the factory right now, I'd say. But they're doing pretty good with that. Draknus.
I think the issue with the combat, I explained this in the video. The issue with the combat is that it's very focused on preparation, right? But you only ever have to prepare once. Like, once you made your team, you made your rotation, That's it for preparation, which means you are left with just the combat. So the game focuses on an aspect that isn't super repeatable, that you just do once and then you're done with it, because there's no content that incentivizes you to rethink your team, to rethink what you're doing. We need something that makes you optimize. Umbral Monument is a step in that direction, but it's not nearly difficult enough. It's more like the EX stages in Arknights rather than CC.
And that's where my biggest problem is right now. If you look at the actual in-game logs, enemies have resistances to specific types of damage, but none of that matters right now.
Yeah.
Because everything is so low.
I do think they haven't laned in too far on the classes. They kind of talked about the classes a lot. And yeah, the classes do have like their things they do and stuff like that. But I feel like the classes don't feel as important as they do in Arknights, which is kind of disappointing. They feel like an afterthought versus like the elements and stuff are definitely on forefront.
Can I make a counterpoint?
Shoot.
Like in the video I made, like people were asking my opinion about Enfield, and I did say that in Enfield, yes, the combat is currently lackluster, but at the same time, do you remember what the combat was at the beginning of Arknights?
I don't.
Like you had to, you had to fight Big Bob. Do you know what the mechanics of Big Bob is?
He's tanky as shit, and he kills you quickly.
He attacks.
Oh,
like
fuck.
he attacks. That's it. Yeah. Like there was literally no mechanic, and now you take a look at I don't fucking know, like a Mia and IS5 or whatever the fuck, and you're like, okay, this is potentially. I'm not saying this will, but I'm saying this is potentially what Enfield could become in the future.
That's true. I'll say this. My counterpoint to your counterpoint is I feel like we're making repeatable mistakes almost that we've previously made of at least Hypergriff, or like
you mean avoidable? We're making avoidable mistakes. Like they should have learned from Arknights already.
Yeah, or at least Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact, because it's obviously they've taken a lot of inspiration from those two games, and they've definitely seen how they've done everything. They obviously the gacha is similar to those two as well to an extent. So they're obviously taking ideas for them. So it's like, okay, well, if you're borrowing or learning from other people's failures, why are we not learning from things that have already happened in those games, like the combat issues and stuff? But I don't know. I feel like it's obvious also like it's probably two different teams doing Arknights and Endfield, and it depends on how many people from the original Arknights team.
Is.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Yeah. Definitely two different teams
came over to Endfield. So we'll see if that's a 50-50, honestly, to see how many people actually came over. I also, do we know who the main writer is for Endfield? Because I think we know who the main writer is for Arknights, but do we know the main team, the main writer?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I think if we knew, there would be slander on Twitter, so I don't think we know.
Yeah, we probably don't know.
Because if we knew, there would be a lot of slander towards that guy. If we knew who it was. I know I'd be slandering. Like, if I knew who it was, I'd be slandering on Twitter. Definitely.
Honestly, the Wooling story was pretty good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was about to say. Let me give my piece on Enfield really quick, just before I'm forgotten, which is I adore this game already. Now, I've been playing it basically constantly for the last 3 weeks, and I only am halfway through Wu Ling's story right now.
Nice.
But you're correct, Supah, and I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with this, that like Valley 4 is an atrocious start, and it's bogged down by the tutorials, it's bogged down by really shitty writing after the prologue. It's the villains are completely one note and don't get better. That's the real right now. That's my problem is they don't get better.
The Landbreakers are basically I'm bad because I'm bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have a side quest that's supposed to give you insights on the Landbreakers, and all it actually does is go, we just kill and steal, and that's it.
Yes, exactly. That's the issue with the Mighty.
But like, if you're willing to put those issues aside, the story going into the second half, once you get to the science park, once you get past that and go into the load spring and everything that continues past that, I'll be purposely like vague because Deadhound hasn't gotten there yet.
I don't mind talking about.
Yeah, but once you get to there, things start to improve. And I think the biggest point for me is the moment they bring in some of the lore of the previous Arknights with some of these other like UWST characters, things get way better, way faster. It's just the moment they start relying on that older, that like the legacy writing that they already have, that lore that's already existing, that's when the story really picks up for me, at least.
Yeah, probably.
And then
I want to bring up something regarding the Landbreakers, right? And just how poorly written they are. I wanted to bring up a side quest where you are basically recovering medicine from the Landbreakers because they stole a bunch of medicine, right?
Oh yeah, I did this yesterday.
In that side quest, you could have the easiest moral grey dilemma in the world. Actual kindergarten shit, where they're like, well, they stole the medicine because they needed
they wanted to
the
use
medicine.
it for themselves. Yep.
But no, they just destroy the medicine out of spite because they're evil. Like, what?
That's the exact side quest that I was like, what the fuck? Like, the writers literally could have... This is the moment to allow us to have some gray morality with the Landbreakers. And no, nothing. They just straight up refuse to.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was a little... my thing with the characters even is... like out the gate, I think the first 10 minutes we went from regular enemies to like rare versions of the same enemies, and I was like, what the fuck, why are we just miscoloring the same goddamn characters already out the gate? And I get it.
That didn't bother me because that's been in all of these games, and it's true for original Arknights too.
That's true, but I was just like, man.
Oh yeah, original Arknights immediately has Slug, and then 2 stages later, Orange Slug.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still
the
like
fact that they kept the color too. Honestly, it's just a minor detail, but I like the fact that elite enemies are basically the same one as the normal one, but red. It's such a small detail, but it tingles my my Arknights throwback.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that all the wildlife, like a lot of the wildlife, looks like wildlife we've seen in the original Arknights too.
Yeah, like slugs and stuff.
Yeah. The slugs, the crabs, you have the I'm blanking on what they're called now, but the
burden beast.
Yeah, the burden beast.
Yeah, the burden beast. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's just lots of creatures from the original Arknights actually showing up here, and it's just cool to see them rendered in 3D.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And also we finally get like the scale of how big the slugs are.
Yeah, the slugs are so much bigger than I thought.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Do we think like Enfield's doing a good job of like retaining the themes of Arknights, or do you feel like this is something different?
Well, no, Endfield is a very purposeful subversion of the themes. Like, it's very purposely doing the opposite.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that for sure. Which I'm curious what they're gonna go with for that. Like, what's the end game? Which I think, like, obviously,
I think at the end game, like, if the writers have their shit figured out, the end game should be something like, this thing that Endfield Industries is doing is really ethically shady. It's really morally shady. Maybe Ardashir has a point after all. You know, I feel like that has to be the end game, because otherwise it's gonna be some shit like the movie Mercy that released this year. I don't know if you guys know that movie with Chris Pratt, where the movie is like, well, actually, an AI that plays judge, jury, and executioner with crimes and then kills you, that's a good thing. And Endfield is gonna be like, well, actually, expanding the factory everywhere and introducing Oripathy, that's just a good thing. There's nothing bad. It's just good.
So I actually have put together a timeline of how I think the story's gonna go down, because it feels like it's been laid out for us.
Yeah, shoot.
Which is that, you know, we have this first arc. That's our current goal, and the first arc is to reach the north. And in order to reach the north, we have to bring the factory to all of these different nations. They've introduced 3 nations at the end of Valley 4. I know this is a minor spoiler for you, Deadhound.
Fine.
But they've already introduced us to 3 nations. Wu Ling was one of them. And I feel like we're going to hit those 3, and then we're going to go north. And then once we go north, we're going to reestablish with whoever the fake Perlica was. I think we all know.
I think we know who the Perlica is. I think we know who that is.
Deadhound's the only one who probably doesn't.
I've seen enough memes in my life already about that, but yeah.
Regardless, I think we're going to reunite with that person, and then that's when we're going to start getting the morally gray stuff again.
In Walker,
and then a civil war happens.
Yes, I think there's going to be some form of civil war.
Someone in chat brought up a really good point. Hasul in chat is saying, there's something going on with the data effects, with swapping operators, and then dying into light particles and being disconnected when they hit 0 HP.
I did see that. I wanted to bring that up. I was like, that's a really good point, and I saw that, and I was like, fuck.
Hey, oh god! So
that's a good point.
Simulation.
Is this SAO? Are we Sword Art Online? Are we in a?
I just need to jump in here and say that's already explained.
It is. God damn it!
It's called teleprotocol. Everyone can do it who's in Endfield.
I mean, okay, that's just a teleportation though. That just explains how they can teleport around.
My phone.
Correct, but when you jump into the water and you start drowning, you just activate an emergency escape method on your teleprotocol. It's in the lore. It's in the archive files.
So it's like when you're doing is it Super Mario Race or whatever, and you go off the map and the fucking squid dude picks you up.
Oh yeah, the cloud dude picks you up.
The cloud dude picks you up.
Yep. It's kind of like that, but yeah, it's that teleprotocol thing that they wear on
That's
the wrist.
what they want you to think. That's what they
you have
want
an argument
you
with
to
your
think.
girlfriend. Just set the teleprotocol.
The fucking they're trying to trick us, man.
Speaking of girlfriends, really quick, I have the benefit of having a person who has never played any gacha games, never touched Arknights. The most I've been able to get her to do is watch the anime, but she's trying out Endfield, and that is the one case where I've realized that's who the tutorials are for.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, no
for
shit.
people
I mean,
who
that's
don't
why
know nothing about it.
That's why shampoos have instructions, why shampoo bottles have instructions.
I still think having an option to, disable them for people who just don't want to be drowned in tutorials would be, or a skip button would be great.
Yeah, just I get the tutorials have to be there.
It would be mandatory.
Okay, but that's the thing, right? If you include a skip button, then you're gonna have people who need the tutorial, but they're gonna be like, nah, I know this, and they're gonna skip.
I think
so that's why I would like a toggle button. Like, do you want more tutorials or do you want a more simplified version? You toggle it on and off depending on what you want and just call it a day.
They should have something like Psycho Mantis in the original Metal Gear, where it scans your computer, it sees if you have like Wuwa or Genshin downloaded, and if you do, it doesn't play the tutorials.
No, it plays extra tutorials if you have Genshin or Wuwa installed. But no, I do.
Yeah, it plays the tutorials just to punish you.
I'm a visual learner because I feel like you go to the doctors, they go, hey, they give you like a paper. It goes, how do you want to learn visually, audibly, or written and stuff like that? And I feel like even the tutorials in the game, they're just like it's just paragraphs. And even if I read everything, I'm sitting there like, fuck, dude, I didn't understand any of that, man.
And they repeat it like 3 times.
I struggle so much without visual cues. I struggle so much.
Oh yeah, same, honestly.
Yeah, for me, it's the amount of times they repeat the same thing, because every time there's a single tutorial, there's guaranteed to be another separate pop-up tutorial for the exact same mechanic.
The conveyor one sent me to fucking hell. It was
oh my god, I was gonna mention that.
It's like, fuck! I was like, god damn it, just fucking move the...
I was gonna mention that. Do we need like a 2-minute tutorial for conveyor belts? I feel that is a pretty intuitive concept. Even for someone that has never touched a video game in their life. They're a hermit on the mountain.
Watching my girlfriend do that one tutorial, she legitimately stopped playing the game so that she could wait until I was able to watch a Discord stream of her trying to figure out what the tutorials were saying. But then she got to the conveyor belts and then she started immediately flipping the script and going, wait a second, am I just supposed to place it exactly where it says? It doesn't let me do anything else. And I'm like, yeah, you just got to do what it says. And she's like, this is so handholdy. I hate this.
I wish.
Honestly, we're at the point where we need tutorial to understand what the tutorial wants to teach you. So
sometimes I wish I was as dumb as the game thinks I am, because I'm like, fuck, dude, it'd be easier to understand all this shit if I was this dumb. Because god damn it.
And also, it has it has a negative effect because the gacha on the contrary is, well, just a bit complicated, I would say, between the free 10 pull if you do 60 pulls, or the free 10 pull if you do 40. And this, you would think to yourself, I'm gonna skip this because I have had to read 1 billion tutorials before, and I don't want to read how this works. And now you're kind of fucked because you don't know that, for example, the guaranteed doesn't carry away, and this kind of stuff, carry over. Sorry. So yeah, I feel like there are tutorials where there shouldn't be, and there are a lack of tutorial where there should be sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, the gacha, right? It's made to be confusing on purpose. Like, that's definitely intentional. How
but that shouldn't be.
it is.
Am I the only, like, okay, people were like complaining about the gacha system when the game was first coming out, and I've never felt a situation where I have felt like the smartest person in the world, because to me the gacha system is so simple. Like, it just doesn't feel that complicated.
It's not, but I'm talking from a point of someone that is coming from Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, and has all these opinions about how a gacha should work.
Yeah.
And now they see this and they're like, oh, okay, so it's not how it works. How does it work? Oh, there's no granted 50-50 if you lose the first one. There's a granted system at 120, but it doesn't carry over. It's completely different from MiHoYo games, and that's why I feel like this should have been explained maybe a bit more clearly. But that's just my opinion.
What I think is they made it confusing on purpose, because if you don't know that the 120 doesn't carry over, you get fucked. You're more likely to spend. That's literally.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're more likely to quit the game.
Just to quit the game, yeah. But that's the thing, though. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because you just need to capture a few whales. That 98% of the player base doesn't spend or quits doesn't matter. All you need to sustain a gacha game really is just like a dozen whales. Something like 100 or so whales, right?
Yeah. I mean,
what matters beyond the player retention is capturing the whale. They don't care if an F2P quits because the F2P was not contributing anything to the revenue. They don't care if the F2P quits.
You do need the krill for the whales. We still need the krill to swim around so all the whales can look down upon them and go, I'm better than you because I spent money.
But there's gonna be the dolphins and everything else. Yeah.
And Draknus, remember, someone sent me a 22-page PDF on the Arknight's gacha system as well. Don't forget about that, because coming from Wuthering Waves into this shit.
Look, I've said it before, and I know probably no one else here has played Fate Grand Order, but I come from Fate Grand Order, where I was unfortunately a whale in Fate Grand Order, and Arknight saved me from that. Because Fate Grand Order's gacha system is like, you think all of these other ones are complicated. Fate Grand Order is so much worse.
Very funny to hear a gacha saved you from another gacha. It's like saying a drug saved you from another drug, basically.
It's not a scene in a Megamind. I wouldn't say free, rather under new management.
I am the person who just loves good storytelling, and that's where Fate Grand Order was for me for a long time, and I just needed another gacha game that had slightly better rates so that it would cost less of my money to enjoy a good story.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll agree with you. Like, the Fate story is amazing. Fate is probably like my top 5 favorite overall stories for like the overarching, like the Grand Order side of it, then also the Unlimited Blade Work side as well. I still like top 5. God damn it, Pixel Tree crack got me off of heroin. That's fucking funny.
It's true. Man.
Average British person.
I've spent way too much money on both Arknights and Fate Grand Order, but
I spent too much money on this game. I spent a lot of money on Wuthering Waves. I've clocked, I think, about 8 to 10.
I went into debt because of Fate Grand Order. That was $12,000.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
I have a lot of characters maxed in Wuthering Waves, but I'm glad I don't say I'm glad I dropped it, but I just stopped playing because I didn't need the characters.
Yeah, no, our Arknights really did save me. I've spent maybe like 1/10 of what I spent on Fate Grand Order, and I feel like I've been way more satisfied.
Which is still $10,000.
I said 12,000. 1/10 of 12,000 is like 1,200. Do math.
Yeah, I believe you.
Hey, Mizukage, what's going on?
Forgive him. He's French. Forgive him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
So that's a lot of talk from someone whose nation got
I
destroyed.
want to reply to Di Metallo. The scenario we were talking about there is the F2P quitting because they don't want to spend. In that case, they are okay with 100% losing them because that player was never potentially gonna spend in the first place. That player was gonna get filtered out when presented with the option to spend and was filtered out by the option to spend. So that's not someone that they
I
care
totally
very
agree
much
with
about
you.
losing.
That's true.
It's 100% true, and I think the attempts they've made to try and alleviate it have very obviously been, hey, we're not going to change, but here's some like freebies just to get you off our ass.
Yeah, the thing with the 120 not carrying over, right, is that once you look at it, it's not that bad. It just
not bad at
means
all.
that you can't build PT, just roll when you have the guarantee. It's not that bad on paper. But
It
at
means you
the
need to
same
prepare,
time,
basically.
at the same time, they have no reason to not have it carry over, right? There is no reason to not have it carry over.
Yeah.
This is where I know it's memed a lot, and some of you might even disagree with me, and that's fine. I don't want it to carry over because that's actually a particular tactic that has worked on me to make me spend more.
I think that.
I mean, yeah, Pixel Tree talked about that, right? In a few videos, Pixel Tree talks about how
he talked about it, and I have experienced it.
Yeah, I think, like, for me, I feel like we just have a weird amalgamation with the gacha system, and I feel like just I want them to pick a lane and like line up with it, because originally, if we didn't have all these options to farm the weapon pulls and stuff, the gacha would be, I would say, arguably pretty shit, because you'd have to lose all the way up to 120 to get enough to get a weapon, in essence. And then there's benefits about the weapon sticking around even past banners, even if the main you get the main character, but the weapon can still stick around and keep going, which is nice until the end of like the next two, which I think is cool for like Surtur's weapons is still around right now, which is nice. But I do think that them having all those different things for farming weapon pulls is what's saving them on the gacha for that. I still think we should have. I want to see characters go into the standard pool after a year, like after the rerun, let's say. I do want to see that. I think that would massively boost them. They'd be a huge W.
I agree with that. I actually wanted to ask the people who are actually finished with the story and are technically at quote-unquote in-game, what are the methods for getting weapon rolls? I've heard they exist, but I haven't seen them yet.
Just weekly routine, to be honest with you, and getting lucky on the credit store when you can find them every refresh.
Hot fucking take. That weekly should not be in the events tab. It should be next to the dailies. Why is it? Why is the dailies in one whole section and why is the weeklies in the events section? It pisses me off every time that I'm just like, God damn it.
I agree.
It should not be a weekly event. It should just be the weekly should be in next to the dailies. I feel like that'd be the most optimal UI.
The UI is actually a thing I have a problem with. I feel like the UI, like the like wristband, like the normal exit menu UI looks really nice, and I like the design.
Yeah.
But God, it's convoluted to go through the menus sometimes, and I wish they were more nested.
Also, another gripe I have with the weekly routine. Why is it so low? What the heck? You get like 500 a week and then 100 credits for the Arsenal tickets. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
they need to improve on that, definitely.
Yeah, the amount of currency you get just for your like normal routines need to be increased.
I do think the math is
amount
easier
of
to do,
currency needs to be increased, period. Like,
yeah. I think like
because like Umbral Monument giving 2.5 pools, that's not okay. That's not okay.
That's not a lot, for sure.
No, we need an Annihilation, like something similar to Annihilation in this game.
Though at the same time, this is a game where it's kind of like Arknights, where you don't need to pull for duplicates, unlike some other games that I'm not going to mention again. But it's a game where you get the character, eventually maybe you also get the weapon, and it's not even that mandatory, I would say, but you get the character and you're basically done. So, but that I still think that you want maybe just a bit more of pulls, and particularly weapon pulls, in my opinion.
I do think the
Yeah,
math is good,
we
though.
need like 20% more pools or something like that.
Something like that.
I'm glad it's in rotation of 5, because like if it was like, you know how 160 is like the common for other games, it gets all fucking convoluted, the math gets weird and shit. With it being 5,000, it's pretty easy to do like plus times on it. So I do think it's a bit easier to figure out the mental math, because you know how it is. You have the money, the real money, the USD, and then you goes into this specific system or currency, and then you use that currency to buy this currency, and it gets all convoluted, which is how you basically.
Yeah, that's on purpose as well. That's definitely on purpose.
But the math
and you
is
say
easier.
that, but the originometry turns into 75. Why did they choose 75?
I remember we were doing the math on stream. I did the math on stream. I got to find the stream, but it was like it was basically actually if we look at Arknights, the math was pretty fucking close to each other. I got to find the stream I did.
It's very close. Basically, one originium translates into 3.33. Basically, for 600 horundum is 3.33 originium.
Yeah.
And I think in the case of Enfield, it's basically double. I think it's 6.66. So, but that's still weird numbers. Like, why wouldn't you want to make like 1 equals, I don't know, like 1/4 of a pool or 1/5 or, you know, this kind of stuff? Yeah. That would be much easier to understand.
Yeah.
But do they want it to be easy to understand is the question.
Right, yeah.
They don't. Yeah. That's the thing. You don't want this to be easy to understand. You want this to be obfuscated somewhat.
Yeah.
At least from the point of view of the company. From the point of view of the company, you want it to be obfuscated.
Mm-hmm. Also, Supah, someone figured it out. Someone in chat said, in order to do a 10 pull, you need 67 or geometry.
That's a lot. Like in Arknights, that's 33.
6, 7.
Yeah, 6, 7.
It follows me everywhere.
6, 7.
You missed 6, 7.
Oh god.
6, 7.
You missed 6. Someone mentioned in chat that in order to do 10 pulls, you need 67 or geometry. They were on top of the memes.
I will say the daily login, the monthly daily login is actually slightly better than the daily login for Arknights. I do think that's pretty good, honestly.
The SK
I haven't actually done the math.
Not the SK port. The one you pay $5 for. The monthly.
the $5 monthly.
Okay, yeah.
Like slightly.
Also,
better.
something I really don't like is that I feel like the monetization, like the price of the packs, like not the packs, the price of the what's it called, Origo Crust or whatever it's called, is actually pretty high. And the first time the first time bonus is pretty good, I would say. Yeah. But once you buy it, it's actually very, very low. And I feel like they should.
It's
I don't know,
it's
maybe
another
increase
case
the
of they were copying the MiHoYo style, because if you look at MiHoYo and Wuwa, it is better than those games, but worse than a lot of others.
Yeah.
I do think they came in really fucking hot with the amount of stuff you can buy in the store, like the different packs. I was actually very shocked. I was like, holy fuck. Like all these different pack options. I do think you can get Edmund's sword for 99 cents. It's a pretty funny callback, honestly. I think that was put in there as a meme. But everything else, I was like, holy shit, we're fucking out here.
I appreciated that 99-cent one, actually.
Don't talk about that, because after I bought that fucking stupid like $1 pack, I immediately got the Grand Vision 3 times in a row, losing the weapon banner. I have 4 of them now.
I didn't buy it. I didn't do it. Both games. I didn't do an Arknights either. Get what's your fucking nuts. No flag bearer shit. Fucking.
Okay, speaking of Myrtle, Akakuri. Can we all agree that Akakuri is just the Myrtle of this game?
Oh yeah, everyone agrees on that. Definitely. It's Myrtle reborn, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not like Akakuri because she's literally called Shiba. That's it. Like her name is Shiba.
That's fucking funny.
I forgot about that. I did read it and I remember laughing, and I just forgot.
Oh yeah, one thing I want to talk about. Sorry for introducing a tangent, Deadhound, but have you guys seen like the modding scene for Enfield on Twitter?
I have.
Oh my god,
I have not.
I have seen a couple of character skins, especially Fluoride's character skin that was modded in. Holy fuck.
There is one mod I want to bring up. Let me check out the page.
Also, is it even allowed?
No,
it's not allowed.
It's not allowed, but they don't
care.
enforce it.
It's vague.
They don't give a fuck.
I want to do like UI mods, and they don't let me.
So there is a mod that replaces Dapan with Big Smoke from San Andreas. And there's a mod that replaces Antal, I think, with a CJ.
Yeah, I think I
was it CJ or was it the
Peter Griffin.
MC from
That's
Vice
fucking
City?
funny.
No, there's also that. There's also the guy from Vice City. I don't know who he replaces, but there's also the guy from Vice City as a mod.
Dude, like there's even a mod now for Leviathan where it's you essentially just replace it with 2B's outfit.
There's also a mod for Leviathan. There's also a mod for Leviathan where they give her the summer skin that Sutra has in the original Arknights.
I feel like
there's a mod that turns Angelina
officially.
into Miku. There's also that. There's a mod that replaces Angelina with Miku. Or at least
my favorite one is probably the female admin as a penguin.
That's pretty
like
funny.
literal penguin as well.
That was pretty damn
But man, the fluorite ones go crazy. Holy shit.
Oh,
People
yeah.
are so down bad for her.
I mean, they cooked
It's so
her design.
funny. They cooked the design and then they cooked her kit.
Well, I mean,
her kit is so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Fluorite, she exists as an infliction support. She's a support unit.
She does an infliction on me, that's for sure.
She does infliction, and that's all. Her damage is entirely ornamental.
Debuffs the fuck out of me.
Admittedly, I think a lot of these characters will probably just get better over time as well. Because, like, you look at you mentioned what's his name, Elish.
Yeah, Alish just needs like a strong shatter DPS.
Exactly,
right now,
yes.
He just doesn't have a team right now. That's the thing with him. He just doesn't have a team right now.
The moment that they introduce another like more powerful physical plus cryo combo character, I think he has a team at that point.
What I'm worried about is what I see with other games is they every character has a team. Obviously, it's a team-based game, but it turns into almost this like 99% of the time you want those characters with it, and there's like a 1% chance you don't want that character with together. And they always release the characters like back to back to back and stuff. Like the best team for whatever gacha game, it's like this banner, this limited banner, this limited banner, this limited banner. They're all necessary for each other. So you're like, fuck, I need all these characters and stuff. And I hope.
Yeah, but at the same time, there are characters that are viable in different teams, like in multiple teams. So they could simply release a character that is good for like 2 teams, and the second one is also viable for 2 or 3 teams, and this kind of stuff.
That's true.
Like Arclight works in I think like 3 or 4 different team comps.
She's insane. Yeah, she's insanely good. I'm hoping they keep, because like right now it's looking good. The characters, like how the duplicates aren't bullshit strong, so you don't feel the need, or it's not the bullshit strong. It's that you don't feel the need to get duplicates for the characters because it doesn't feel like the rest of the kit is locked behind those duplicates and stuff. You feel like you get 100% of the character right now, and everything else on top is like a little extra damage, like 0.1.
I would say you get like 95% of the character or something.
Yeah. After playing a little bit of Honkai Star Rail when it came out, what made me quit that game the fastest was reading the dupes and going, "Oh, there's entire mechanics locked behind here. Yep. Oh, fuck this."
That's what Wuwa has as well, which is very
we want to talk about fucking Aglaya? We want to talk about fucking Aglaya? Oh my god.
Who?
Basically, there is a character in Star Rail called Aglaya. She is a DPS of a new, let's call it archetype, that basically summons other characters, basically has a little summon that attacks with them, and has its own separate turn. And basically, Aglaya, in her first dupe, they locked like so much quality of life behind that first dupe. It's basically like a quarter of her kit in that first dupe.
So they basically force you to pull for that dupe.
Yeah, basically.
Jesus. Yeah, that's the issue, because I'm just gonna drop a quick Mihoyo hate here. Mihoyo games are so much fun their first year, and then it turns into a money scheme, and it's like, fuck, dude. Because like the first years, I feel like it's always like bumping, because it has all the QOL that you want from the previous game.
For the Hoyo games, it's fucking banger. It's always banger.
And then it turns into that, which sucks with Wuwa, is it kind of sort of happened with Wuwa as well.
Yeah, but which is why all the currency we are getting right now, it feels like, we're not getting a lot, but at the same time, we're not like enticed to pull that much.
That's true.
That's a weird paradox.
We're from Arknights. A lot of people that didn't come from Arknights are like, fuck it, pull. And then they're just like, shit, I have no money and I got this character.
Yeah,
and
that's
I can't
also
fucking use
one
it.
thing that I really like to point out is that people who are complaining about not having enough full currency, you can really tell which of them are Arknights players and also not, because
Yeah,
in
that's true.
Arknights we just basically just wait, right? Because we have this clairvoyance per se, which I want removed so bad, but unfortunately we cannot do anything about it. But we have been accustomed or conditioned to this mentality of like just save and then just pull for the limited character, and then you'll have a chance of getting the other rate up characters when you lose.
And that's also because we know in advance what the characters are gonna be since we're playing on global.
The 6-month clairvoyance is extremely strong, and I had that exact same problem at Fate Grand Order. It was a 2-year clairvoyance, which actually hurt the game long term, but 6-month feels nice. It feels honestly rewarding to go, oh yeah, there's a character I want coming out in 6 months. I'll just save until he comes out, and then you get rewarded for it.
I think like when I came over to Arknights, I had to completely like redo my thought processes on pulling and stuff like that, like from the ground up. And I think Pix can understand that as well. As I basically had to like rethink, because I was so accustomed to these other like the mainstream gacha games, that I had to just rethink about how I was gonna play a gacha game pretty much when it comes to pulling, which is a bit weird. So I think a lot of people coming to Endfield are getting hit with that, and they're like,
yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was a huge point in my video. I was like, when you're gonna go into Arknight's Endfield, you're not gonna go into a reskin of HSR or Genshin or ZZZ or whatever. You're gonna go into a quote-unquote different type of gacha, where the gacha is different, where you don't need pull, where you don't need duplicates, where you don't need certain things, and at the same time the gacha works in a slightly different way, right? Again, the 50-50 that is never guaranteed to give you the character you want. And some people were actually upset to learn about these, and I was like, okay, but that's just how it is. You're not gonna change the game. So you either get accustomed to this, or you can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think.
I have I don't know if it's a mild take or a hot take, but and people will probably make fun of me of this, but the Hoyo system has had 6 years to condition players' brain on how to approach gacha games.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I said. The players are the gacha players are nowadays conditioned by MiHoYo games, and I really hate this.
I think it's a tightrope to walk to. Basically, when it comes to the point of if you don't like the game, get out. It's kind of hard. It's one of those scenarios where it's like you've seen it with all these at least let's say in Western America specifically, when it comes to gacha CCs, it's either if you tell them to get the fuck out, don't play my game, then you're gatekeeping. But if you tell them make my game just like the game you want it to be, because you came from a different game that you don't like, and so you're coming over to like Arknight's Endfield, let's say, because you fell off of that game, but then you want to make the changes that the previous game had for Arknight's Endfield, and it's like, well, I don't want that, but I also don't want to be like that dickhead that goes, get the fuck out, this is my game. It's kind of one of those scenarios where it's like Elden Ring, where it's like, oh, if you're not good at the game, get the fuck out, you know?
It's like any product, though, you gotta vote with your money. If you don't like what you're playing, then just don't give them money. That's it.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the issue with gacha players, is they're gonna pull. Yeah, I think we'll be able to fuck around with the teams a bit more when we have just more fucking characters, honestly. I hope they lean into more. I want more fucking 4 stars as well. We need more 4 stars. I want a new crew of 4 stars every year, basically.
That's one of the things I love about original Arknights. Say that again?
I heard
Tung Tung is a 4-star?
Really?
I would love that.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think it would happen, but that would be great.
Yeah, because the original Arknights, one of my favorite things is that they consistently release 4 stars that are easily accessible to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 2 a year.
Well, okay, constantly is kind of a big word.
I said consistently, not constantly.
No, consistently is also kind of a big word.
Okay.
The last one was Windscoot, fucking ages ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, do you know any other game where they release not the top priority, not the sub-top priority, but the sub-top priority consistently? I don't think there are. Like in Genshin, they release 4 and 5 stars, and that's it. HAs are the same, and so on.
That's what I was gonna say. In the 3D Gacha sphere, they kind of erase the sub class. So there's just the class and the subclass.
It's also more expensive. It's probably just cheap. It's cheaper just to come out with, you know, your highest rated star every time versus coming out with a bunch of limiteds that you have to also design as well. Especially when they're designed like this. Like, fuck, dude, some of the 4 stars look better than the 5 stars and 6 stars in this game.
I also wish they create like, oh wait, no, because it's not a farmable currency. But I was about to say, I wish also we get like units that we can buy using like the quotas in the game.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That cannot be pulled on banners.
Sure.
Exclusively for sale.
We get those every anniversary, like every main anniversary, I think. Like we got
half anniversary.
Half anniversary, yeah. The next ones are gonna be with Silver Shalter. We're gonna get Accord, which is a 4-star Blastcaster, and who else? There was
the
a new
Mercenary
guard archetype.
The new archetype.
Yeah, Mercenary Guard, a new archetype.
I'm actually
I don't
very
know
excited
the
for
name.
both of those.
Shop operator.
They look so fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the
Shopper.
Mercenary, but the Blastcaster seems...
The new Blastcaster is actually really strong, apparently, for a 4-star.
Valley 4 versus Wuling.
Wooling's so much better.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh yeah, Wuling
know-
is better
Oh
in
yeah.
every way.
I mean,
That's
everything
Valley 4.
we're gonna talk our mind out here, Deadhound. I'm sorry. I know you haven't been to Wuling, but
Hit it,
once you
I'm fine.
experience Wuling, it's so much. You can definitely see like the changes once you enter Wuling.
Why
Yeah,
did that
the
happen
difference.
though? Like what? Like I know
I have a theory,
All right.
and that theory is basically that they designed Valley 4 with no story in mind initially. It was just meant to be a tutorial area, and they over-designed it.
That's the
And then-
hugest tutorial area I've ever seen.
So I did
Right.
see this that Valley 4 was kind of like a proper instance location, like you know what I'm talking about, Supah, with World, where it was instance zones you would go to versus when Wilds came out, they just made like a transitionary tunnel between each zone.
Entirely useless, by the way. That fucking transitionary tunnel in Wilds, entirely worthless.
I mean the fucking game I had so much hype for Wilds, and I'm very disappointed because I'm still playing Worlds now.
It's a good game now. Like they actually just made the game good now. Yeah, it's
I saw the
actually
final
just good
update. I saw the live stream, and I was like, "Do I re-download?
I
Do
might
now.
just-
The thing is, it took way too long to fix
It
the
did.
game.
I might just wait
Like
till
they
they're
took
Iceborne.
a full year to fix the game.
I'm with you, Deadhound. I'm gonna wait for the expansion probably.
I'll just wait till their version of Iceborne, probably, to be honest.
Even if you don't, like it's a good game now. Except low rank. Low rank is complete ass. It's complete cheeks. Low rank.
I just wanted the
don't
game
like
to
it at
feel
all.
difficult. The inclusion of all the parry mechanics and everything just made that game so easy that I didn't even farm armor out until
Oh
like
no,
end
it's
of high rank.
incredibly difficult now. They made it hard as balls now.
That's fine.
Okay,
I have
good,
my
good.
unkillable greatsword build.
They
it doesn't matter.
they were like, oh, you want the game to be hard? Then there you go.
Anyway, Endfield,
Yeah.
guys.
There is a quest.
Oh,
There is a
yeah.
quest.
Infield. Let's
I want to
stop
say
talking about
this.
Monster
There,
Hunter.
I feel like if they want the game to succeed or they get new players, they have to go back and do something with Valley 4 because I'm going to give an example here of Destiny 2 specifically. Destiny 1 is amazing. Destiny 2, no. I spent 10 years in Destiny. It was my fucking 10-year commitment. And then I divorced it after the end of the Light and Dark saga. But
That's 10 years you're never gonna get back in your life.
shut the fuck up. The new player experience with Destiny sucks because they deleted the Red War saga and they did this stupid like new player experience, and they weren't getting new players in, and then
Removal of content will never be a good thing in any video game. That's my
Yeah.
hot take, right?
Sun setting in general is so stupid, dude. I'm just not gonna hold back. I've also been a fan of Destiny.
Yes.
and it
But,
sucks,
dude. Why did they have to remove it? Like, I understand like saving storage, right?
Yeah,
Like to remove content entirely, but at the same time, that's money that people spent.
and then they re-release
like,
the content
expansion.
in DLCs afterwards, seasons afterwards that you have to buy. So it's like fuck. But regardless, they weren't getting new players because the new player experience sucked. Plus, it was like paywalled to hell and back. And so the older audience slowly started quitting after time because they finished their 10-year Light and Dark saga and new players weren't coming in. And now Destiny's fucking like 300 rows down on the Steam page and shit for active players. And that's my worry with Arknight's Endfield is a lot of people that bought into it initially when Arknight's Endfield came out was Arknight's players, I would say, arguably. is because they already bought in through Arknights, and they're like, I'm already bought and paid for. I'm gonna play Enfield, and they're okay giving a lot of grace for the tutorials and just the issues of Valley 4. But a lot of the people that are coming into this, they're gonna be interested, and Valley 4 is just gonna kick their fucking ass with tutorials. And I think they just got to go back. They got to do something to make it more of a streamlined process where you feel like you're easing into it as a newer player. Because if they don't, they're not going to have a new player experience, and then the older audience is slowly going to peter off over time. And that's my biggest worry. And I would love it.
I feel like they just need to simplify tutorials. Honestly,
Yeah.
It would also be a really
I think
nice
that's basically the only thing they need to do.
The story's only bad to, in my opinion, again, the story's only bad to the people who are like really well cultured and, you know, like what Arknights did or just what other stories do in general. There's a lot of people out there who
The
are enjoying the story
is
just
only
fine.
bad if you are knowledgeable with stories.
Look, you are correct, but you'd be surprised how many people I've seen who are
Oh yeah, I know.
fully enjoying it.
There's some people that this is really their first story.
Right, exactly. And that's why I'm like, if you simplify the tutorials, the story is not a problem.
It is extremely disappointing, though, for the story of the initial start, where it's like, for Arknights, if you're coming from Arknights, you're like, this is how you're going to show everyone, because Arknights is very niche, but Enfield is not, I would say. And you're like, this is what you're showing the world. This is the fucking story that we're putting out the gate with the fucking tutorial hell, with all this, with the weird camera angle switching constantly and walking 5 feet and switching again. It's like, fuck, dude. Like, I know if you're an Arknights player and you really, 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 really love the Arknights lore and the story, and then you watch how Enfield's telling basically your story to the world, you're like, fuck me, goddammit. It's one of those things.
So this is a storytelling thing.
Yeah.
Administrator should be just fully voiced. I don't want these dialogue options that are just silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like half voiced and then half not voiced and stuff.
My
It's not even a half,
theory,
right? He's
my
10%
theory
voice or
is
something.
just that they didn't want to pay for the voice actor. So
Well, but that's
why
not
it's
true
like that.
either, because
That's
they've already
weird.
paid for a lot of these voice lines. If you
Yeah,
look
they
at
pay
the
for
beta
basically
footage-
everybody else.
It's
so-
just a penny pinching to me.
Well,
just
no,
penny
no.
pinching.
Specifically, in the beta, he had voice lines that they then removed in favor of the silent dialogue choices. Like the Angelina
Yeah, that's
storyline,
weird.
the Gilberta side story, half of its stuff was removed. Which is why, in my opinion, the Gilberta side story is like the worst one in the game. It's so bad.
I feel like this,
It
that's
really,
the overall
having a
sentiment
voiced
from what I read.
MC really does change the gaming experience, because I've played like NTE's beta, and it's fully voiced, the MC, and it really does change how you approach how the storytelling goes.
It adds to immersion so much.
Yeah, I think like
I feel like there's a lot of QOL like this that they could. I mean, is it really a QOL? I'm not sure, but I feel like there's a lot of QOL like this that they could simply improve. Like, for example, Supah, you're well, an elderly, of course. So, do you know what you do first when you boot Enfield?
I check the settings for the graphics settings.
Yes, and also in your keyboard, maybe.
No, I play with controller.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
well.
I'd actually
when-
love to hear your
Oh,
perspective on
yeah.
that then in a moment.
when
Oh my
you
god,
play-
controller is so bad in this game. You have to memorize the controls. They're not intuitive at all.
is it like
That's
playing
what I
They're
was thinking.
so messy.
Is
The
it like-
game was so
Why do
obviously
you do it
made.
then?
Was so obviously made for keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. Is it like playing? Oh, I guess you haven't played MMOs, but like Ninja with Final Fantasy 14, where you're doing all the combos and shit. And I played controller for Final Fantasy 14 when I was playing Ninja, so I could do the combos and shit like that. It feels like a fighting game. Is it kind of like that? Like feeling like a fighting game? Remembering
No,
combos?
it's just an intuitive. For example, right? The interact button. Sometimes it's a triangle. Sometimes it's X. And or like the swipe page button, like a change page button. Sometimes it's L2, sometimes it's L1, sometimes it's a triangle again.
Jesus.
Like,
That's
hey, what are we doing?
To be fair, it's a game where you have a lot of keys that are used for a lot of stuff. So in controller,
exactly.
I assume this
Yeah.
is not very
But
appropriate.
like, for example, buttons, right, do several things, and the same thing is done by several buttons depending on which menu you are. So you need to memorize the controls for each menu, basically.
Well, and then like trying to navigate some of that UI, like going through, just trying to level up a character on controller, watching my girlfriend try to navigate that and just be like, where is my cursor? What's highlighted? I can't even
Yeah,
tell.
why didn't
Yeah.
they just do a cursor? Just put a cursor controlled by the left stick.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
all
so
you
much
had
more
to do.
intuitive.
That's all you had to do. Just put a cursor instead of having you select each option with the stick.
Destiny figured this
crazy.
out back in 2012.
It's crazy how majority of these problems can be solved with a mouse.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's. I mean, they're gonna have to. I'll be honest. A lot of these.
But
are
the
gonna be
thing
QL.
is that then you go into combat and controller is just way better for combat. So like one half of the game controller is just superior, then the other half of the game is unplayable with controller.
I actually disagree. I don't even think it's good for combat. The
No, I
the
like
amount-
controller with combat.
And yeah, that's maybe just a differing opinion then, because I tried a little bit of the combat with controller, because I play most third-person action games like this with controller, and I tried it, and I was like, why do I have to hold down all of these
Yeah,
extra
that's
buttons
the only
to
thing.
access my stuff?
That's the only thing that I didn't like. That the skill and ultimate button is the same button, but you have
Yeah.
to long press. You have to long
that's kinda
press
weird.
for
The long
ultimate.
press, yeah, and for me, it's like,
Yeah.
it just the fact that I have to hold L2 to be able to like activate half of my stuff just feels super strange to me.
I don't know. I've played the games where you have to do that. I've played action games where you have to
Okay.
hold the shoulder buttons to.
So maybe
do some
I'm just
skills.
uncultured then.
I couldn't name them right now off the top of my head, but that's not a first for me, at least.
I feel like it would be better if you, for example, pressed Control +1 or Control +2, or this kind of stuff instead to activate the ultimate.
Which they do have that option, but you can't disable the hold button either.
Yeah, but to go back on the QL topic, what I was going to say is basically if you're not in America and you don't have a WASD keyboard, well, what you will have to do every time you log in on Endfield is you have to press Alt plus Cap. Otherwise, you're not gonna move wherever you want because you can't change the controls of the direction of your characters. And I feel like this is something that is actually very harming because not every person knows that you can do that, like Alt Cap to change the keyboard to English. And I feel like a lot of people are simply going to quit the game simply because they log in, they see they can change this, and yeah, that's gonna be it for them. I feel like that's something they really missed. And there are some details like that you think to yourself, why isn't this in the game? When you go to the settings, you can even see there's WASD and there's a lock on it. Why is there a fucking lock on it? Let me change my keys to fucking space plus control plus L plus coma if I want to.
Yeah.
And there's even more to that because there's keys that they don't even use that they then don't let you bind to.
Yes, exactly.
I wanted to put my backpack on I because I prefer inventory being my button, and I can't even use it.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, why won't you let you use this? I don't know. I hope they change this in the near future.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there when you were first picking up Arknights, being like, man, maybe I should play this while I'm waiting, just because it does seem like there's a lot going on. I think you watched like some lore videos, and that like got you into it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And just the funniest part about that is like, you go, well, I want to learn what happened in the previous game so I can enjoy the new game. All right, good luck reading 3 Bibles worth of story.
The global scene for Arknights, people who are wanting to try Arknights will change once the PC client gets released on global.
Yeah,
because
probably
there are
right.
a lot of people eager to try it, but it's just that they're not used to playing it. They're not too eager playing it on an emulator.
As if Yostar is gonna release the PC client, Lolalamao. Lolalamao, this
Deadhound
only hopes that Yostar is gonna do that.
There is that Steam option on the Yostar login.
There is the Steam option. I'll say that. I did share that on like Twitter on my community tab. There is the Steam option in the game, so who knows, right? Let's cope.
We can cope, baby. Like,
Yep.
I hope so. I hope it comes to Steam. Honestly, that's like the new thing. A lot of gacha games are doing it. They come to Steam. They should do it. Smart.
And I just think the PC audience here in America is just also way larger. I can't speak to Europe, but in America, I think it's much larger than the actual phone audience
Yeah,
who would
that's
be
probably
interested in this kind
true
of game.
here as well. But the thing is, for Arknights, the unfortunate truth is that the game is not translated into European languages, except if you consider English as a European language. So the thing is, I have actually quite a lot of friends that wanted to try Arknights, the original one, and they are not that fluent in English, and they booted up the game, and they were like, "Oh, this is only in English." I was like, "Yeah." Oh, so I'm not gonna play it then. I was like, okay. So the thing is, the original Arknights, even if it gets a PC client for the global version, if Yostar decides to not fuck up as always, they would still have fucked up because the game is not translated into more European languages. So the thing is, I don't think it's gonna change much.
True.
That's the unfortunate truth. It's gonna change for like obviously the US, obviously the UK, but that's about it. I'm not saying it's not that much. I'm just saying they could do so much more.
Yeah. No, they could be translating it into so many more languages, and that would be a huge profit incentive. And I don't know if it's just too daunting for a lot of companies to take up, because they could very easily outsource that.
I think when they were smaller, it was difficult, but now that they're bigger, they can probably do that. But it's one of those things that already happened. They don't want to do it again.
They are making so much money, it wouldn't be an issue at all.
What I do want to talk about is why do we have 2 servers for fucking Endfield when we only had 1 for Arknights? Like, I get it. There's like the ping issue and stuff. It's an action combat game. But like, I can't friend people that are over in Asia because they're on a different server. I'm like, come on,
It's also
man.
problematic for me because I want to like share my blueprints and it's region locked.
Yeah, it's region locked. It's like...
region locking is never fun.
I
mean, you can draw the blueprint on Paint or something.
It's like it's a ping issue. Well, it's not a ping issue. It's a cheaper option to have the smaller servers versus just one strong one that just fucking can cover the whole
but
world.
see, that's the thing. It's also actually like part of the game design. So if you have a really slow internet connection, and I've seen this live, Endfield talks to the server for every action you do.
Jesus Christ.
It is not simple. It is like, oh, you picked up an item, talk to the server. If you have a bad connection, you then have to wait for the server to finish talking before you can keep moving.
So it's a latency issue then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine the shenanigans you can pull off when all the servers are synced into one, because the stock market is server based. You could rally everyone to buy a single stock and let crash the market.
That would be
that would be
cool.
fun.
That would be pretty cool. I know that. I wish they would. The stock system is cool. I want them to lean a bit more into it. Honestly, to be honest, I want a bit more.
I set up my power grid to specifically allow me to just rappel or zip line to each one of those areas on every map. And after 2 weeks of doing that, I have enough materials now that I can just ignore them until I've probably maxed out like 5 or 6 more characters.
Power connectors should not be needed. The power zip lines. I hate that.
Oh my god, yeah, I hate
That's
that.
true.
I hate you need to power the zip lines. Can't we put like a fucking battery in them?
Yeah,
like a fucking Duracell.
They should link together because it's just like the second I found that out, I just stopped interacting with the zip lines. I have one zip line and that's it.
Oh yeah, I have one zipline route for the Wuling delivery, and that's it. That's my entire zipline. Because it's just not worth it. I just can't be bothered to go around and power each one of these.
Yeah,
I come from the satisfactory world. I just accepted it, just straight up. Now, if they added a zipline that was both a zipline and a power pylon in one,
that'd be big.
That could do it. That could fix it.
That'd be huge. That would be.
Also,
huge.
someone in chat, Frank Yadel said that the sanity is too limited. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah,
I kind of agree.
Well, it's both.
I have not been feeling that.
It's so both games cap your sanity at 1,000. You can't go Arknights is 999 and Endfield is 1,000. Guess how I know that? I fucking maxed out all my sanity. So
what I mean is that now that I'm in the quote end game in big quotes, with the sanity you get daily, you can do like one run of the weapon essences or like one farming stage, one double
One run
farming
with
stage,
double sanity
and
is
that's
basically
it.
you use all everything.
yeah, it builds up too slowly as well.
So like you can do one thing a day. You can do one thing a day.
That is disappointing, honestly.
At the same time, you don't need that much material, so I can kind of understand.
I mean, the weapon essences, those are RNG. You need to farm those if you
Yeah,
don't get lucky.
I haven't started like farming those.
You need to farm those if you don't get lucky. So the essence farming is very annoying as is.
I guess I viewed the essence farming as like a very long-term goal, not really.
Yeah,
something
it
I was
is a
going-
very
exactly.
long-term thing.
Yeah.
I haven't been burning my sanity, so a lot of my sanity boosters have just been expiring because I'm capped out on fucking sanity. I'm like, God damn it, dude, I need to go do essences. Also, like,
if you didn't know, you can store some sanity in some items that you have.
Oh, really?
I'm
Yes.
not sure if you have
That's
gotten
with the
item.
tier 3 battle pass. The tier 3 battle pass gives you an
Oh.
item to store the sanity, yeah.
let's see.
Okay.
Which I have a problem, by the way. They should move that to at least the
The tier 2. The tier 2.
the tier
battle
2,
pass.
yeah. Because other games just do it for free.
Also,
What the fuck? Why the fuck do we need to pay for it?
is team building, is this like Arknights where it's just get your character to E260 or whatever? You don't really need to get all the way up to E290.
That's my opinion.
Level 90.
For your
No,
supports,
you-
yeah. For your DPS, I think it's
The
required to go.
DPS should be level 90, but in this game, it's way easier to get level 90. It's not like in Arknights where you need like a whole lever's worth of sanity to get to level 90. It's a
not
lot
that
easier
expensive.
in this game.
I-
It's a lot
I've-
easier. In this game.
I've seen a lot of people who would disagree with that, but my thing is like again, I'm not even E3 and I'm defeating the level 90 in-game bosses. I
Yeah.
don't feel like it's not like,
Oh, yeah, I
right
forgot
now
it's-
it doesn't feel necessary.
You need to optimize for the trimmed medals, for like the crisis drill trimmed medals. That's what you need to optimize for. But outside of that, yeah, there's no real reason to optimize.
I forgot it's E4 in this game. Goddamn.
Just decided
Also,
to
the
do so
game-
for some reason.
The game currency doesn't support like ones or any other like odd numbers. It's either like 0 or 5
Yeah,
For what? Sorry.
that's true.
for the Ouroboros. It
Oh, for
doesn't. It
Ouroboros,
doesn't
yeah.
have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always 0 or 5.
What are they gonna do once Yvonne is released? Are they gonna release 3 more characters in the get-go, or are we gonna have?
I
like,
don't think it's
2
3
weeks?
more. I think it's gonna be 2, like standard, I think.
Yeah, we don't know about this. Are we gonna have like 2
Yeah.
weeks of no content, no new character? Are we gonna have 1 month for no new character? Or are they simply gonna keep on releasing one new character every 2 weeks? Because I feel like that would be too much.
The release schedule of characters is definitely a huge question mark right now.
Yes.
And again, it's like the release schedule, but also, are we truly making this many characters limited that we're going to have a limited character every 2 weeks? Like, as you said, that feels like a lot, but not just a lot in terms of new releases. It's a lot in terms of how many limiteds there's going to be.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel like
when
they're
do they
gonna
come
get
back?
added in the regular pool eventually. I feel like on the rerun they're gonna add it to the pool. I'm not sure. I have this intuition. like,
I hope
black and
so.
white.
I hope so, because if they don't, it's going to be a pretty big black mark, at least for me.
So
Or maybe there's gonna be enough backlash from the community, and they're gonna ask for them to be added to the standard pool. I'm not sure.
there's 52 weeks per year, so that means we'd basically be getting 26 limited characters a year. If
Yeah,
we-
that's a lot. That's a lot of
That's a
characters.
lot.
Yeah, I don't know, because like we've already seen like the shadows, and we've kind of already seen the next 5 characters. We already know the next 5 characters coming out, but even then, it's like, okay, so that's 8 so far, and in essence,
I will say that's not a multiple of 3.
So I want to share this funny like meme I found on Twitter. Like, there was this guy achievement hunting, hoping to get pulls, and then it just when he checked like the medal section, it doesn't have any like rewards put in it, and then he crashed out on Twitter, and then someone replied with the Black Panther "We don't do that here" meme.
That's
Jesus
good.
Christ.
Sounds like a Twitter thing to me. What is this?
Oh yeah,
face?
that one.
Yeah.
That one you showed, Deadhound.
Yeah, that's
My guy went to the Owls every single day and got like 1.6k of those like upgrade thingies.
insane.
And eventually you don't need them.
Yeah, you
anyways.
could. Once you've upgraded your Dejang, you don't even use them anymore.
Yeah. I feel
I
like they
told-
should be like converted into something else, like like tickets of your choice for either the value
The-
4 or willing.
the fact that you can even get them in Wuling makes me think they have a future plan for that, because there's no reason you need the Wuling ones when you can max them out really quickly with just the Valley 4 ones.
Yeah, I mean, in the Dijang, there are like, you know, some paths that are blocked with like red things or something, which makes me think they're gonna upgrade it at some point. There's gonna be new rooms and probably new features as well. So we don't know.
Something also tells me that Wuling is gonna be big, because have you seen how much power the small battery gives?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like
That gives 1,600. Like, what are you planning with
like
this?
I just automated that today.
Have you guys seen the name of the NPC for the training room?
No.
What is it?
It's called Lil Dodge.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a post by Tobu about that. Yeah.
That drama was so fucking stupid.
I don't think I heard about this one.
Is there a smart drama? Is the question.
I mean, I feel like dramas that are something that the developer has to address. I feel that's smart, quote unquote.
Yeah, but is that something really worth talking about? Like the I don't know. I feel like the dodge drama was something like
the dodge thing, the blueprint thing, just anything that comes out of Toboro's mouth is fucking stupid. Oh my god.
I'll give credit.
To be fair,
I'll give credit. Yeah,
go ahead.
He does explain it really well until he crashes out. But
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. He's an intelligent guy. He's clever. He can make good points and good faith criticisms of the game that are good. The thing is that he wraps them in the most asinine, obnoxious framing possible.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the Tobo's video was actually pretty good, in my opinion. I know it's pretty controversial, but at the same time, I was like, in the end, that's mostly his opinion. Like, it was like, okay, combats were simplified and stuff, and that takes me back to what I said at the beginning of the stream. In Arknights, combats were very simplified at the beginning, and then they evolved into something much more complex. So, like, I feel like this is what's gonna happen in Endfield as well. And there were like some other points with the AIC, with overloaded tutorials, and that's true, but at the same time, does that make the overall AIC experience worse? I don't think so, at least not to the point that Toboro decided to present them. Like, there were a lot of points that were actually his own opinions, or that he over-exaggerated on points, and where in the end it really didn't end up mattering. At least that's what I think.
Does anybody else
a lot
remember...
of it is just fluff. A lot of it is just fluff.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else here remember original beta access of the original Arknights?
I haven't played it.
Oh, the one that had like Calcit and Conviction in it?
Well, you had Calcit and Conviction, and Calcit specifically was a completely different kit than what she got in the end.
Yeah, she had a ranged attack with a monster.
Yeah, right. That's where Monster's laser beam comes from, that she still uses in the anime. So there was people back then who were crashing out when they were like, oh, we're not going to be including Calcit and she's going to get a completely different kit, because there were people going, hey, the game is too simple now. The beta was better.
That's a wide take.
Anyone. I feel like anyone can make opinions about especially a gacha game and stuff like that, as long as they own it as their opinions, not stating it as like fact and stuff like that. And I think it's fine. I don't really care to like. I don't feel the need to like go like when someone makes a statement about, let's say, Arknights Endfield. I don't feel the need to go address it. Be like, I got to address this person's opinion on Arknights Endfield because it's their own opinion, and that's fine. The problem is when people take that person's opinion and then basically put it on speaker and blast that thing to the world, and then that's when it gets annoying.
Yeah, they think it's objective fact and stuff. Yeah. Right? It's really just the person's opinion. Like, calm down.
People hear content creators' opinions and go, "That's my opinion now too," and then that spreads.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, you are allowed to have your own opinion and disagree.
In his video about how people use that as like they parade that as their own voice once they hear it.
Yeah,
it's convenient, but it is for them.
Well, I think it's people have an idea. They've already come to a rough decision on a game, and then they go to search YouTube for something that aligns with their decision, and then they state that as
that's
fact.
also true. Yeah.
And like
It's bias of confirmation, basically.
Yeah, and I don't really care, like, because it's like, someone hates the game, they hate the game, you know? It is what it is and stuff like that. You know, can't stop them. Maybe they'll make a video on it. Maybe it makes like 200,000 views or whatever. That sucks, you know. But I don't need to be. I don't need to be out on these streets defending Arknight's Endfield. I don't get paid to do that yet.
And also, paradoxically, the more you tell people to do something, the more they will want to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like basically, I started Arknights after watching Tectone's quitting Arknights video. Literally, that's what happened.
Can I say the most controversial thing in this entire live stream right now?
Fuck it, we ball.
Oh god, everyone chat, brace for it.
Uh-oh.
Tectone was kinda right in that video when he talked about the community. When Tectone talked about the community, he was kinda right. When he said that there's a bunch of white knights that are like, no, you can't say anything bad, and every operator is good, and they're all viable, and you can't say that you can't build anybody, and you can't say anything bad. You know?
I think Tectone was fine. It's just that when I watched the video, I was like, at which point does this guy talks about the game itself? He talked about the community and
he talked about the
strategies.
community. He didn't talk about the game. He talked about the
that's
fact
why,
that he got bullied out.
Exactly. That's when I decided to make my own research, and I found Arknights, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play this. This seems fun.
But I think he was right when he said. When he said that the community is too filled with white knights that don't accept anything remotely bad about the game,
I feel like there's a lot of. I feel like there's a lot of this part of the community, and there's a lot of the other part of the community where they don't care. I feel like, as always, the loudest are what you're gonna hear everywhere, but it's just a small minority as usual.
I mean, I'm not educated on the whole Tectone Arknights thing. I knew there was something involved with it, and I never really cared to do any research on it, honestly.
I'm just gonna be honest about this. I think it's also just a way to get views on YouTube, honestly, because saying bad things is always a better way to get views than saying good things. Like I feel
see
like
that all the time with drama.
Yeah, exactly. Drama is a really good way to put it. Like, you say bad things, you get a lot of views. You say good things, you're gonna get some views, and then
you can only do so much with only glazing.
I do think it is a oh god. I think it's fine when it's about like the game, but it's when people start attacking other CCs where it becomes a fucking issue and shit like that, which I hope it doesn't turn into like, you know, like Arknight's Endfield is that open world action RPG gacha game, roleplay game. And if we go look at the last couple action RPG, open world exploration RPG games, and we look at how content creation has evolved in them, it's a worrying aspect, I would say, for Endfield, just to talk about that in essence.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna have to go for now.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you jumping in. Quick.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
One thing before we jump out. What do you expect? What do you want for the future for Endfield? What do you want to see?
What I want is to
operator like Uno or Seed from ZZZ. That's my number one request.
Now, what I want to see is a true endgame mode, because I feel like that's what players who have been basically rushing the game wants to see.
Yep.
Maybe a clear communication with the players to where the game is gonna go, because again, we don't even know what they're gonna do after the Yvonne's patch, right? Because we don't even know, are they gonna rerun characters? Are they gonna add more characters? Are they gonna skip weeks? We don't know about this.
Yeah.
And these are basically my two gripes with the game. Also, of course, adding a bunch of QOL stuff, maybe simplifying the tutorials for those who don't want to see this. And that's about it. Honestly, I feel like the game has a lot of potential. In my opinion, at the moment, it's easily I don't know, like an 8.5 or 9 out of 10, honestly. And I was expecting it to be a 6. So I am pleasantly surprised with the game, and I just wanted to strike more. That's it.
Yeah, I get that. Want to play more. I think they definitely needed a direction, though. It just definitely feels like Endfield is missing a direction and end goal for how they're planning the game, which I feel like they're also kind of going, they're gonna pick the direction when they get community feedback and stuff like that, you know, based off of how their community creates. But hey, I appreciate you jumping in, Dr. P.
Yep. Thank you for having me, and have a good day.
Have a good one, Dr. P. Hey, go subscribe to Dr. P. He's down below, all right? Go play. He's the IS
Yeah.
god. I love
One thing I
WP.
also want to see in Arknights is potentially skins. That's the one
Yes.
thing I
Yes.
want added.
So there's some information I have on that. So I have a 3D modeling friend who works in the gaming industry.
Okay.
And he was talking to me about the way that Arknight's characters are modeled. Specifically,
Ooh.
the way that they're modeled, the clothing that they wear is actually a separate layer from the model itself.
Yep.
Ooh.
I think it's really
So
expensive.
skins coming?
Oh.
So what I'm seeing
I
from that
wouldn't
is
say coming. I would be more like they're possible. They've
Exactly.
prepared. They've prepared in case they wanna do them.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
I think
So-
like skins is like, you know, Arknights is a big skin, you know, a fuck ton of skins and stuff like that. I think they should do it with Endfield, but I think it's just more expensive to do because of the
Yeah,
fact.
it's way more expensive in Endfield because they're 3D characters. Meanwhile, in Arknights, you just do the chibi and you do the artwork. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they've put in the effort to model them in a way that a lot of AAA games model, which they do a lot of the time specifically to have that possibility for skins that they can put on, you know, microtransaction stores or such.
That's
So-
true.
I mean, dude, summer is coming, so who knows?
True, summer is coming in only like 9 months, something like that.
Yeah, what fucking month is it? Oh, it's still
And it's
February.
right around the corner. It's
We
right
can
around the
actually-
Around the corner, yeah.
Okay, the fact that we are actually following the same schedule as CN means we can actually get events in the seasons they're intended to be in.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
I love going to the
No
beach
more
in winter.
celebrating. I mean, the factory is okay as it is right now, but I also want more depth to it. Like how
Yes.
people are expecting, like you can add on top of them, like layers.
Oh, yeah.
I would love layers. I feel like that's asking a lot, though. What I really want is different speed belts, please.
Yes, please. Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I don't know.
That
I feel that would break the game because everything is balanced around that very specific belt speed that we have now.
Right, the half a unit per second speed
Yeah.
is
The 60,
definitely
yeah.
what it's
One
been built
per
around.
2
But,
seconds. 1 per 2 second speed.
but they could
Yeah,
do what
everything
they've
is
done in
balanced like that.
Wuling, where in Wuling there's certain things you can only do in Wuling. With new zones, they could do something
Maybe we
similar.
could have a faster conveyor belts in new
Right,
zones. That's fair.
and
that's
also this is something I only found out recently. In the game, they specifically state only 2 regions can be active, like auto farming at a time.
What?
So when
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
logged in, only 2
Yeah.
regions. Right now, there's only 2 regions in the game: Wuling and Valley 4. When a
Yeah.
3rd region comes out, one of them will have to be set to inactive.
I feel that's because they plan to power creep the region. So like the 3rd region will power creep a Valley 4. So
I would
there's
be-
no
I-
need to have a Valley 4.
I would assume that's
Active.
the case because I'm assuming the reason they're doing this is for server side reasons. They can't have too much for each player. They have to allocate a certain amount of server size.
Hmm.
I mean, if it's for optimization's sake, I'll take it honestly.
Hot fucking take. I think we're going to space though. I think we're.
Oh, definitely.
I think we're going to
We're
other
going to
planets
space.
as well.
We are
I
going
don't
to
know
meet
about other
Kristen
planets. I don't know about
soon.
Like an asteroid, maybe a moon, perhaps.
I mean,
We're already
they're
on
talk-
a moon, but
we have that one line about Talos 5. Just saying, it was thrown into the ether side apparently.
You know, go to the ether side. You know, fucking. You know, in like 6 years.
How do we feel about like Nefret being playable? Allegedly.
Oh, she's definitely gonna be playable in like a year 3 or something.
She's not even interesting enough to be playable.
She's not a character right now. Like straight up, she's
see-
not a character. Right?
That's my thing. I was about to be like, it feels like they wanted her to be the Tallulah of this game, and Tallulah's not playable, but Tallulah was also way more interesting, so maybe she will be
okay.
playable.
Hot take, I think Tallulah is becoming playable this year. I think she's gonna be the anniversary this year.
Really? You think so?
Definitely. They introduced the Primal Guards. They are wrapping up her story with the events.
Yeah, the Primal Guards would fit. The
They're
only
wrapping
thing-
up Tallulah's story with the events. So, like, I
Mm-hmm.
think she's gonna be the anniversary this year.
Okay. I'd be very interested because I know we're going. Keep in mind, I have not read Chapter 16 because I'm not seeing. But I do know we're going to Ursus, and I know she has quite the link to that. So maybe it'll be story related.
I mean, you mean chapter 16, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in that chapter, but she was unrelated. It's like, oh, there's Tallulah on a farm. Did you guys know Tallulah has a farm now?
Gotcha. Okay. Good. And I did not know that. So interesting information. Okay.
Fucking terrorist retires.
Yeah,
to
they're
be working on a
really
farm.
wrapping up with her. It feels like we're reaching the end game for Tallulah story.
Okay. Well, I've been wanting Tallulah for years, so I'll take it if it does happen.
Something fell on Deadhound.
Fucking
Deadhound, you have a ghost.
dude, it scared the shit out of me. Actually,
But yeah, I want Nefer to be playable because every time I see her art on Twitter, it just makes me want to defect to the other side.
I'll admit I have a thing for tails, and that very first cutscene where she like holds her tail like that, just it might have done something.
what about Enfield's Tallulah?
You mean what's her name?
Licia.
Licia?
Yeah,
Licia, yeah.
I want her for like 5 years. I want her to just show up for one scene in each region,
Yes.
say one foreboding thing, and then disappear until the next region.
Oh, she's
That's
playable.
exactly what I'm hoping for too.
Oh, dude, that specific like scene or that place where she shows up, it got featured on the recent like Talos 2 travel guide. Also, how far do you
Personally,
think?
what ended up happening is that Neferif was supposed to be the big villain, but they realized that they had nothing cooking with her. So really, she became the crown slayer of this game.
Yeah, the moment Ardashir shows up, he just steals the show.
The amount of aura that man has.
It's so good, dude. I cannot wait to learn more about that man.
And also
You know,
like
he
the
definitely
line,
enjoys
the line
the
he dropped
company of other man.
during like the trailer where he says like the final lord I serve. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck were we back
The
then?
New Horizons trailer has so much in it that I'm just sitting there being like, I need to find out when this happens. There's so much lore there that that trailer single-handedly made me excited.
You know what would be the coolest story direction they can take?
What?
Like the coolest story direction. I think that pre-Amnesia, Endmin was actually working with Neferif and Ardashir, but post-Amnesia, they're being like, no, you work with us, don't worry, you work with us, just making a narrative, taking advantage of the Amnesia.
Sleeper agent.
Oh my god, and the amnesia is self-induced by Enfield. Oh my god, dude.
Oh man. See, okay, when it comes to the amnesia and who the Inman is and all that, I have so many theories cooked up that I just also don't want to say because it would spoil Deadhound on Arknights.
That's okay. Oh, let's talk about fucking soundtrack though. I completely forgot about that.
Oh, dude.
I'll be honest. I haven't heard all the music, but I think,
Bro, have you?
I think they're missing with Enfield. I really do.
No.
Disagree.
Really?
I disagree.
I
Have
haven't
you
heard all
heard?
the music though.
Go pull up like the farming stage music right now, the domain music.
Yeah, I was gonna mention
God,
the
the
protocol.
domain
The
music is
protocol
so good.
space music is kind of heat.
What's it? Let's see. What's it called?
It actually has some variety in it too. Like depending on what stage I go.
Yeah, there's
into, I'll
4
hear a different
tracks.
song.
There's 4 different tracks for it.
Maybe
It sounds so good.
Maybe I'm spoiled with Arknight's music, but
Well, and
let
also,
me
like,
link you. Let me link you. Go,
the
you go,
other
you
thing
guys
to
can
note-
continue.
the environmental music when you're just out and around is also really good. Like, maybe I'm just a slut for environmental music, but I love it.
In Beta 2, it was so quiet. In Beta 2, there was like no environmental music. It was so quiet in Beta 2.
okay.
Here, Deadhound. I sent you one.
Right, 'cause,
This
like,
one is the example.
Maybe I'm missing. Maybe I'm missing out.
Just let it play. Just let it play until it
builds up.
drops. Apparently, the maker of that track, although it's not confirmed yet by the producer itself, but it's the same person who made what do you call this? The one responsible for Darktide music.
Darktide.
Warhammer.
It does sound like Darktide music.
Also, listen to this one. This is the AIC music in Wuling.
Oh God, yes.
Oh, this
I
is
love
this is
music.
Darktide vibes out the gate. Holy shit!
I sent you another one. That one is the AIC music. Just skip a few seconds until it drops to like the synthwave.
Okay.
And that's something else to remember too. Is like I'm sure they're holding back some of the really crazy tracks until we get a little further in too.
All right. Maybe I misspoke. Maybe I did misspeak then because when I I'm only interact with Valley 4, so what I've interacted with has been less than satisfying, perhaps.
Yeah, but even like for me at least, again, like just roaming around Valley 4, I will sometimes just roam around Valley 4 and just listen to the music. I'll vibe. I don't know why. I think it's really
And
good.
probably the reason why you haven't heard the protocol space is because you haven't been farming the protocol space stages yet.
Yeah, I haven't done protocol space yet. That's pretty good actually. Fucking maybe I did misspeak. Maybe I don't know. I still have like my fucking Apple Music's just fucking full of Arknight's music, and I haven't really added any Enfield music yet. So maybe I did misspeak on that one.
Metal
And
Star
also the
Radio is
EP
gonna take
music
some
they
time to build
made
up.
is actually quite decent as well. Like the EPs.
Yeah. All the
so
EPs, they're different tracks, of course, but that's what they specialize in. So, like, they may not all be for you, but out of the 3 songs they made, they're all very good for the genres they picked. Yeah, and of course, again, like, Arknights has 6 years of music built up.
Bro.
We are just starting off.
Oh yeah, one guy raised a good question. Do you think they'll add new weapons? I think no.
I think yes.
They could. Definitely,
Really?
they could.
Okay, so here's why I think yes. Because we have Sancta, and Sancta have firearms. We even know in the lore that Ember has a firearm that she actually left with the Order of Seal Oath. I think we're going to at least get rifles. At the very minimum.
I was thinking gauntlets, because we already have Ember and Mifu that use gauntlets, but
Also
there's no gauntlet weapon.
I mean, fist operators and Arknights are actually relatively common. I think we will get at least that, yes, like a fist weapon and then probably rifles. And the rifles could encompass a couple different other weapons.
I don't think so. I think they'll do something like Wuwa, where Wuwa has the same weapons and stuff, but the characters play completely differently. Like, I forget her name. She's a bard in Wuwa, and she has a gun. She just barely fucking uses it and stuff like that.
Chiakona.
Yeah, Chikona, yeah. And so I think they're gonna have probably the same weapons, but it's gonna be like they're just gonna interact with them completely differently and stuff.
I kind of hope they don't do that though. I actually I know we left the gacha behind us, but I actually really like the weapon system in Enfield. I really enjoy it. So I kind of hope they keep adding to it and keep expanding on it.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, like it wouldn't really be that big of an issue for them to add. Well, if they add it, they'd have to add in a whole new tier. No, they wouldn't.
I mean, if you just make like, hey, here's a new character that comes with a new weapon archetype. Now this weapon archetype is going to become a standard thing moving forward. That's it. That's all they have to do.
I wonder. No, that doesn't make any sense. So, do you think they're going to be like adding in like new, not classes, but you know how like we have like geeks or whatever in Arknights and stuff? We're going to get like new elements in comparison, perhaps, let's say?
I don't think new elements necessarily, but
we do have one element that doesn't have an operator yet. We do know Ether is confirmed.
I was thinking
yes. Which, the moment I saw Ether in there, I was like, okay, Neferith is definitely going to be playable, but...
So Neferith, is anyone else use Ether yet? I think only Neferith, because they were like hyping up in Valley 4, like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, like the thing with Neferith is that she's special because she can control the Ether. Like, no one else can do that besides Neferith.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, that in the early story it starts
and
with Neferith,
Ardashir, apparently.
but Ardashir can do it too, which means there's an entire faction out there that seems to be able to do this.
That's kind of disappointing. Maybe I was thinking they'd treat her kind of like how we treat Edmund, where Edmund can only do fucking rock cancer and stuff like that.
I mean, the Originium crystals are absolutely an Inman exclusive mechanic.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
Speaking of Edmund, thank God we have a main character that doesn't feel like shit to play. Because holy fuck.
He's Endmin is so good. Like, it's way better than that one now. In the beta, they were really weak, but they buffed the fuck out of Endmin for the launch build.
I have max potted Depan, and I'm not using him because Inman is just better.
I've got single Depan. Yeah, I'm super, super happy because this is like feels like the first time we've actually got a main character who doesn't feel crappy to play because and they're also strong. So it's like, fuck yeah, that's cool. As long as it stays that way, all the way through.
I do wonder how they're going to be, because it's inevitable, right?
They leaked the potentials. Apparently, question mark. There is a leak that states to be the Endmin potentials. Okay. And they're pretty crazy.
And
I don't know if you
what
guys
I was
want
about to say is that how are they gonna handle like the changes and stuff? Because how in like Genshin and Wuwa you can change like elements. I do wonder how.
Probably at the TP point, I would guess. You go to a TP point and change it.
I kind of
no. Like, are they gonna be changing their element or their weapon? That's the thing.
Maybe both.
The class.
Why not both?
Yeah, like I could see maybe like a different, like a class change that then results in like a different playstyle, but I actually kind of hope they stick to him or to Inman being the only one that can use Originium and having every single one of their abilities molded around that.
How long do you think until we get alters in the game?
Oh fuck!
One
Ember
year and a
Alter,
half.
I
One
legitimately
year,
think
1 year and a half.
I mean, technically, we already have an altar. We have a lot of altars already, but
Technically.
technically.
well, but like Ember is basically already set up to have an altar. The moment she returns to the north, she can pick up her gun, and now she's a different character.
True.
That's already been set up.
I think before the altars, we are definitely gonna get the Lapland Recovener. We're gonna get the W Recovener before the altars. So that's what I think.
Please.
That's what I think.
Like. There's some characters I want to see come back as reconveners, but please leave W in the last game.
Oh no,
she's had
W and
her
Lapland,
arc.
they're guaranteed. The W and Lapland are fucking guaranteed. Like 100%.
I know you're
They're-
right, but
They're
I
just
don't
a
want
big fan favorite. It's
I
inevitable
know.
they'll come.
They're literally guaranteed.
I mean, there's a lot of people also being like, oh, maybe like the pack is probably going to have a Texas reconvener in all likelihood. But
No, not Texas. I don't think,
don't think so?
Texas. I think Lapland. I think Lapland is gonna have the pack.
Between the two Italians, Lapland is the most famous.
so we do have in the Wolfguard storyline they talk about how the pack has actually like fragmented. There's multiple packs now. So I feel like they could do both, and then you could just bring the Lapland Texas rivalry back into Infield to keep people happy.
No, maybe one already exists and stuff.
Myrtle Reconvener. Oh god.
Oh no!
You think we're gonna have a fucking? I don't. Well, maybe this could happen. Do you think we'd get like a Wizardel level threat of a character where you don't really even need a team with them and they can just fucking glass earth any content regardless?
I
think
say
eventually
yes
we'll end up
in
there.
in anniversary banners, yes, because it's
I'm
anniversary. It's the
hoping-
only time
Right.
they can like hype up a character.
I'm hoping that they can delay that kind of power creep for a while. Like Arknights didn't really have to deal with that for, I don't know. I'd say like year 4 is when we first started really having a lot of power creep show up. I'd really like it if they could wait about that long before they start doing it in this game too. I know it's inevitable. It happens every time, but
Oh, I just realized.
give me some time.
The anniversaries are gonna be the same for fucking Arknights and Enfield. God damn it! Fuck.
Yeah, they have
For global.
the anniversary 1 week apart.
Oh
They
my.
had the
Dude,
anniversary
back
1
when
week apart.
Enfield released, I was having a hard time like balancing both games.
I don't
Bro,
think.
January and December are gonna be such busy months for content creators because first there's the Christmas season, then there's a double anniversary. Oh my god, bro.
It's gonna be and collabs.
At least it's happening after the holidays for me. I can be with my family and then I can go play video games after that.
Do you think we get
Also, Supah.
as much collabs?
I'm hoping they
I mean, in game or like outside.
they're definitely going to
In-game,
do
in-game.
collabs.
Like characters and stuff.
I can definitely see the potential with in-game
What is it,
collabs, but
Renegade?
I was about to say, I'm surprised you're more leaned into like Lapland Reconvener compared to Gummy.
Gummy is not infected. She can't get a reconvener. She's not infected.
Yeah, but what if, you know?
I mean, what do you mean, what if? That's not how reconveners work. That's not how reconveners work.
We don't know how Gummy dies yet. Maybe she gets infected in the future.
Yeah, imagine they do this shit with like other popular characters like Jessica. They're gonna be like, I don't know, off screen she got infected. Fuck you.
Give my cat girl fucking cancer, please. God damn it.
Give her cancer
Give
right
her-
now.
Get this woman some cancer immediately.
But yeah, going back to your
Make it
question,
terminal.
Deadhound, I think the potential is there. I just don't know which games could pull it off yet. Because they could definitely pull off with like Monster Hunter again. We do have like
Oh,
examples.
definitely Monster Hunter again. We're definitely getting Monster Hunter.
We have like the body part targeting, the monster.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind
Yeah.
that we're getting Monster Hunter.
This game will work with a Monster Hunter collab so easily.
Oh
I just
my
don't know
God,
if it will work
I'm
with Rainbow
getting
Six
wet
Siege type
just
of
thinking
games.
about that. A fucking Monster Hunter with the Endfield combat system. Oh my god, bro.
After the Limbus Company collab, I would love to see Limbus Company in Arknights. That'd be great.
insane.
Thank you very much.
That's the issue is that Limbus doesn't have publishing clearance in China. It can't be
I
published
know.
in China.
Yeah, and that is the problem. But I'm hoping. You know, I'll keep my cope up for a little bit on that one.
Destiny
And
collab
also,
would
it's gonna be
hilarious.
if it's gonna happen like the Limbus collab, people are going to be like frothing in the mouth, the Limbus people, because they get to see their characters in 3D.
Exactly. That's exactly why I'm frothing at the mouth for it.
We do. I'd see some anime collabs probably.
I
That's right, Gurren Lagann. That's the one I was thinking about too, man. That's crazy.
this is
My
where.
drill will be the drill.
How long ago was it that they announced the Destiny collab? We're gonna get the Destiny collab in Infield.
Oh,
now?
it was like on the 3rd anniversary.
Yeah,
Just
at
alongside
least
one.
3 years ago. At least
3 years ago, and now it's gonna be like, all right, guys, it's finally on the way. We announced that for Infield back then. You just didn't know. Haha.
I think it got cancelled just because Destiny is like in a really rough spot lately. For
I
the
legitimately
past
think
3+ years.
the person that they were like talking to within Bungie, I think, got fired during the big layoffs that they did.
Fucking
Oh
which
my God,
one?
bro.
I've had like fucking 8.
Well,
Ugh.
yeah, exactly. I think they've laid off so many people. I wouldn't be surprised if like that person that they were talking to, like that Hypergriff was communicating with, is just not there anymore.
Oh yeah, Devil May Cry will work as well. Yeah, it could.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
do you
good.
guys remember the fumble during that stream where they announced the first Monster Hunter collab? When they
Yes.
announced the reclamation algorithm, they had an editing mistake where there was a voice being like, Devil May Cry.
Yep. and I think it was
just a mistake.
Yeah, wasn't it like someone accidentally had their mic on in the background and they just were like saying it just for
No,
sillies and it
it
just
was
happened to
the
show up?
official soundbite from
Oh,
Devil
was
May
it
Cry
really?
5. Yeah,
Oh my
it was
God.
the soundbite. It's the soundbite from Devil May Cry 5 that played.
That's
Holy shit.
That's actually
Actually surprised, and when Enfield released it, didn't collab with any of their existing games because X Asterisk collab with Arknights, and then Poppycom
Oh yeah.
after a
And
few months collab with Arknights.
I recently
back.
picked up X Asterisk and I've been meaning to play it, but that would be really cool to see a crossover there.
Oh, dude, X Asterisk has like the burden of just being mobile exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Like,
so
it's such a
stupid.
problem.
Like, that genuinely killed the game. It being
Yeah.
mobile only, that seriously just killed the game on the
I
spot.
mean, based on what I've seen of it, it looks like it's kind of just what they were using as a test ground for 3D games in general.
And they decided to monetize it.
I mean, look, I paid for it. Honestly, $10 for a full game release on mobile seems like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah, dude, and it has such a really good gameplay as well because it's essentially like HSR, but you can just dunk on an enemy every time it's their turn. You can deny their attacks.
Oh, does it work like Clear Obscure, where you can like dodge and parry during?
Yeah. You can dodge and
Oh,
parry,
that's
yes.
awesome! Oh, hell yeah!
Once again, another game stealing from Mario and Luigi. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh man, Mario RPG. Oh, it's been so long.
It was so funny to me when Clear Obscure released and people were acting like parrying in at turn-based game was like the second coming of Christ. When like Mario RPG has been doing that for ages.
Are you playing right now, Supah? I can hear your controller.
Yeah, I'm playing Silksong.
Okay.
Supah over here has the greatest ADHD power of multitasking.
Yeah.
If I,
It's undiagnosed, like all good ADHD havers, undiagnosed.
Oh yeah, no, I have ADHD and I'm currently unmedicated because the U.S. insurance system sucks ass, and I've been actively playing Arknights while talking about Arknights Infield.
Let's actually ask chat. Chat, from Arknights, who do you want to see? Like the infected.
I
in
want to see
Enfield?
Crown Slayer. Oh my god, I need a Crown Slayer or a Convener so fucking bad.
Crown Slayer.
Crown
would be
Slayer
I,
would be
fucking
I
awesome.
need it
good.
so bad. The
Okay,
Crown Slayer. or the
someone
Convener.
someone
Malapha.
named I Love Wishadel said W. Wow.
Really, I would have never guessed. I would
I would
have.
have.
Hey, that's Kami, right? That's fucking Kami. Oh my god.
Yeah. Ace, you're coping if Ace comes back.
I want
I mean,
Ace
was
so
Ace infected?
bad.
Was Ace infected? Because
Yes,
if he's
yes.
infected, he,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
he
Ace-
could.
Ace
He
has
could.
suppressants on his arms. He was totally infected.
Chat, why are you talking about like people who are literally cremated already?
Teresa.
No, they are stored in Originium. Even if they got terminated, they are still stored in Originium. They could come back. They could bring back Frostnova. By the way, Frostnova is also like basically guaranteed to come eventually.
I 100% agree, and I've seen a lot of people who are like, I will hate and quit this game if Yelena gets added, and I'm like, no, give me my Frostnova. I want my baby girl.
Fucking joy haters. They hate everything that is fun.
She joined Rhodes Island right at the end. Now let me get her in Endfield.
Someone said
also because they are different people, right? Because that wouldn't be Frostnova. So that would be like really interesting to see a Frostnova Reconvener, because that's not Frostnova.
The best Reconvener side stories have been the ones that actually dive into that information. Like that's why, in my opinion, the Levitain side story is so interesting, because he actually is addressing it directly.
Ix said, "Give me Lappy, Askalong, and Thinus."
Thinus?
Ines.
Okay, yes, gotcha. That makes sense.
Oh fuck, that's fucking funny.
She does have pretty good thighs.
She does have good thighs.
And you can see them in 3D. That's true.
Yeah,
true. Plus, her abilities would be both her and Ascalon would have some really fun gameplay.
Patriot, but a small tsundere girl. That's.
How long do you think? How long do you think until we see Amiya? Amiya has the power of like ability to turn at this point.
We've technically seen Amiya.
We've seen her,
prologue. Yeah, in the prologue, there's a little glimpse where you see Amiya.
There is a reason. There's a reason we think the Inman is actually the Doctor, at least in memory.
100%. I think it's a Doctor Reconvener. I don't think it's a Doctor. I think it's a Doctor Reconvener.
Doctor Reconvener, 100%. That's my current theory as well.
This would be crazy if they were like, no, this is during when he was in his fucking stasis for the 10 years.
Imagine if in the next Arknights event. Wait, no, Chen is infected. Never mind, Chen is infected. She could get a fucking Reconvener. Oh my fucking god. She's definitely coming as well. Oh,
there is the potential for 3 Chens in Endfield, because we have Chen Yu, we have Chen's mother is already confirmed to be a roaming warrior, and we have the possibility of a Chen Reconvener. There's 3 Chens in this game.
How much can you recycle the same character before people get tired?
Remember, Chen...
How much can you recycle the same fucking character?
They set up Chen Yu for her fucking altar, yeah.
I mean, really, I feel like having a Chen Reconvener would defeat the point of having the other Chen, you know? That would completely defeat the point.
I would personally want to see the Chen Yu wield Chixiao. As an altar.
So that's the thing. Chen's mother is already confirmed to be wielding Chixiao. That's in a lore pickup you can find in Wuling.
So she just needs to find her. Take that sword out.
Interesting.
Yeah, kill her own mother, take the sword.
Interesting.
No, I am on record as being a Chen simp, so I would love it if I could just have an
Deadhound, can we kick this guy out? Deadhound, can we kick this guy? Can we kick out this guy?
It's too bad Dr. P left. I don't like him. Dr. P was made that video recently about the different skins that were considered like the sexiest or goonierest skins. And when he was first, he went into the Discord at one point and was like, "Hey guys, vote on what you think are the sexiest skins." And my first thought was like, "Yeah, this is what I think is the sexiest skin," and it was the police outfit for Chen.
Can we kill this guy? Can we kill this guy?
Not yet.
I mean, there's no reason for Chen's like police skin for her like shirt to be tied.
Right? Why is she doing that? She just wants to show that belly button, man.
Yeah. Also,
someone in chat brought up a good point. Someone in chat. We should have a Reconvener that's like a villain. That's like not a good guy.
Yes. I absolutely
That's what I
agree.
think the fucking Crown Slayer Reconvener should be, because like the Crown Slayer character. No, definitely her, because the Crown Slayer story is all about evil leaders, right? threatens Irene at the end of Portatori de Velluti. She threatens Irene. She's like, yo, if you become like Tallulah, I'm just gonna fucking kill you, by the way.
Mephisto.
So it's like, I don't think she would follow Endfield. She'd be like, damn, you guys are kind of cringe, kind of ethically gray, damn.
Here's another thing, though. Why does all the reconveners have to be from the timeline we played in? Why can't they be from the past?
Could be a reconvener of some guy we never met.
Give me a reconvener of, like, the Sargonian kings or the Witch King or, like, any of these other major historical figures.
Also, the Witch King, what are you planning to do with Talos? What the fuck?
Yeah, actually, I'm curious because like when they reconvene with like, we're obviously picking them from like when we know them in Arknights, but what if we reconvened a character from, you know, like Arknights, but he's like way older or some shit or way younger before we even met him?
I mean, that's hella good. Yeah, that's hella
true.
good.
Yeah.
They've shown doing that, yeah. They have a much younger hella good.
Well, and I think what's going on is, so in the lore we see that when the reconveners spawn, they are choosing. They make the choice to spawn. That's not something that's necessarily just entirely random. There is some randomness to it.
So it's like fate then?
Not exactly. It's like the way it's described is they are lost in the Originium forest, the Originium woods. And Warfarin, specifically, it's noted that Warfarin, after the first reconvener spawned, she figured out how to go into the woods and help them out if they so wished.
Like, you know, like they're in, well, would it be heaven for them? Maybe just a nice relaxed pace, but you know, my fight isn't over. I got to come back out, you know.
I think it's going to actually differ depending on the character. Some characters probably enjoy it, others don't.
Someone said Kashi. I was like, fuck. God damn.
Oh, God, please.
Kashi is still alive. Like the Deathless Black Snake, they're still alive.
Yeah, Kashi,
you know? They're still around. That's what I think Lycia is, by the way. I think Lycia at some point got taken by the Deathless Black Snake.
That's an interesting theory. Okay.
Just because she has the design, she has the foreboding aura, she has a connection to Endfield, to Perlica in particular.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, if anyone was gonna be the Deathless Black Snake, it should be Lycia.
Right, and the Deathless Black Snake is the kind of character who would probably also, like, they would not leave behind the opportunity to guide Ursus into Talos 2 as well.
No.
So yeah, that
also,
makes perfect
speaking
sense.
of reconveners, being Warfarin in this situation must suck ass.
Oh yeah, we all read the line in Angelina's profile.
One,
yeah.
Imagine the people that
sad.
you know. It's not the same person that you used to know.
I'm just looking forward to an eventual Warfarin joining as an operator because, hey, she should be a lot older by now. Imagine what she looks like.
Identical because she's a vampire.
Okay, but like the vampires still grow up. They don't. It's not like they don't age. These aren't vampires from like our mythology.
My perspective on Warfarin got ruined because of that meme.
Warfarin already like 400 by the time she's in Arknights.
My perspective on Warfarin got ruined because of that Circle Gwyn meme, where she is portrayed as like this goofy.
Oh
goofy
yes,
character.
yes. The one the comic series.
Yeah, the comic series.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Where she's just constantly trying to get people's blood.
I mean, canonically, there is a restraining order that she has.
Yes.
So I see where it comes from.
She's just drawn very, like, as if, like, the moment that there's the chance, she just goes ballistic. It's really funny.
So, we already got a confirmed for next patch that is getting a new zone, right? I think is what they said. Remember correctly?
Yeah. There's two new zones for Wuling for the next 2 patches.
Okay. I wonder how far they're gonna extend Wuling until we get a new.
If they just
a little bit.
They said on stream like they're gonna be releasing new regions every year, right? Or am I tripping?
I don't remember that specifically, but it's possible I just missed it. Yeah, like I know in the story we have those 2 other nations that we already know the names of. I'm blanking on them.
Yeah, because I'll be honest.
Yeah, there's like the Sarkaz floating city and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Seska, yeah.
I'll go eat lunch now, people.
All right.
It's been pleasant.
Right.
It's been
It's
fun.
time to
Bye-bye.
wrap. It's a good time
Good
to
to
wrap
have
up
you,
as
Supah.
well.
Appreciate you jumping in, Supah. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
We'll give Supah some love, the most hated Arknight CC. You heading out, Renegade?
Yeah. I also prepare dinner as well.
Okay. Hey,
It's currently 8 p.m. for me here.
my God, yeah, it's fucking late. Hey, appreciate you jumping in. Really do.
No
Fucking
worries, man. Thank you
survive,
for having me.
survive the tsunamis and the tsunamis out there.
Don't jinx it now.
Knock on wood. But I appreciate you jumping
Alright.
in, man. I'll see you
Alright,
around.
see you, Draknus. See you, Deadhound.
See ya.
True.